All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same app. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being nicknamed Carebear, Kieran Hickey Simple, standing behind the bar. And I'm joined here today with two gentlemen who play football a little bit. They also do a lot of yapping nowadays. I'm talking about the two gentlemen who piss me off more than anyone in the entire world. One of them, he does pay me, so the pissing off, it is a little bit less, Emmanuel Acho in the building. How we doing today?
Beautiful people. Hey, y'all could be doing anything with your evening and you are spending it with us. We do not take it for granted. This is the Speakeasy. Consider us your online family. Hey, if it's your first time tuning in, hit the subscribe button. The subscribe button, then hit the like button. That helps promote us into the algorithm. We get into the algorithm, more people get to see this show, and we can continue to produce this content. Consider us your escape. Y'all could be doing anything with your night and you're hanging out with us. We don't at all take that for granted. A bunch of stuff to get to. It's going to be a fantastic show. We make this show for y'all, so if y'all want us to talk back to you, just drop a super chat. Remember, hit the subscribe button. Carebear, turn me up.
Also joining us here in the Speakeasy, one of the shiftiest running backs in NFL history, and now the absolute shiftiest while in a sports debate. I'm talking about the Philadelphia Eagles all-time leading rusher. I'm talking about the CEO, owner, operator, and agent for 2-5 Sports. I'm talking about LaShawn. Shady McCoy in the building. How we doing today, Shady?
Yeah, it's good to be home. I like to Speakeasy as my home. But the shiftiest in a debate.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a new one.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. No, facts. Yeah. No, you juke people out in debates. In accountability, it's a lot. It's
okay. I'll take it.
Touch him.
Also joining us here in the Speakeasy, Social Trey.
Trey.
What's happening? What's good, fellas? You see, I got the Speakeasy merch.
You're still on my swag right now, though. That's a nice black shirt. That's a beautiful black shirt.
Thank you. Yeah.
I didn't know it was Black Shirt Day today. Everybody in here wearing black.
I was inspired by a certain big fella that I, love to work with. And
I'm saying, bro, you put on a couple pounds. It is slimming. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I'm hiding. I got that dad weight coming already. Dad weight is real.
Dad weight times 2 for sure.
Big facts.
Hey, speaking of times 2.
Oh man.
We already got 250 balls.
Oh my goodness!
In the super chat.
We starting off hot today.
I told y'all we make this show for y'all. If y'all want to talk to us, just drop a super chat. You run the show. We don't do it. We just here talking. What you got, Trey?
Listen, let me pull up these super chats real quick.
50 balls already.
Already is crazy, bro.
Big
Let me get these. Yeah, that is wild. Listen, Trav Too Real, superstar for the last 2 days, said, "Riddle me this."
Riddle me this.
I'm dedicating my 50 to all my favorite NBA players. One just dropped 43.
Yeah.
2 of them won a ring with Bron.
Yeah.
1 dropped 81. And the last one always wore number 1. Shout out my guy Shady. No tape Acho. 2 Tesla Trey. And unfortunately, Glizzy Bear.
Glizzy Bear is crazy. He just dropped a riddle?
Is the riddle
crazy?
D Rose, D Wade,
Harden.
Which was Harden?
He's one.
Oh, I'm tripping. I thought D Rose would have been jersey number 1. Mitchell just dropped 43.
Donovan Mitchell
He's
just
talking about
dropped.
dudes right now. Oh, he's 81.
Donovan Mitchell just dropped 43.
Is
Kobe.
Two of them won a ring with LeBron. So it could
Bosh
be
and Wade?
It could be Wade. It could be Kyrie.
Yeah, I'm thinking
That's
Kyrie.
it.
I'm thinking it's Wade and Kyrie.
Who's number 1?
Nobody has Chris Bosh.
One's Kobe, and then number 1.
No,
number
number
1
one
could be Derrick
Harden.
Rose.
Not even Chris Bosh kids.
It could be James
Is Harden
Harden.
number 1?
Harden's number 1 right now.
It could be James Harden or Derrick Rose.
He goes by Uno. His nickname is Uno.
Oh,
James
it's Harden. It's Harden's number 1 right now.
Bet.
Yeah, no, but
Yep.
look.
We solved the riddle. I got one more.
We should go like that, huh?
that was good.
That was a good one, though.
That was good.
Another one, bro.
Listen, who else could kick off the show with a $50 super chat? Then our guy 214, Mr. DFW.
Makes sense.
He said, "Speak Eagles, The birds will be in Texas to fly all over the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Shady, I need you in the building.
Ooh, you already know.
Acho,
Thursday.
it's your home state. Set it up. Come to Texas and do the show. You got time. Who I need to talk to make it happen? A live show in
We
Dallas?
can do it, man. We can do
Live
it.
show in Dallas. And
Look,
we're asking for a live show
Texas
in Dallas.
Live is right. It's right there by the stadium. It'd be smooth, bro. It'd be smooth.
Y'all,
We can do it in my
y'all
mom's
brothers is
backyard.
connected.
We can
Just
do it
tell
anywhere.
me when, where, and how to show up. I'm there.
Yeah, we gonna whip
Look, man.
their ass, man. You heard what he said.
You
Thanksgiving
think?
Day.
Hold on.
Thanksgiving, right?
Hold on. You think
Get to
y'all?
the
You think
topic,
y'all
Kieran.
coming?
Don't tease
You know,
the people.
yeah, sure. We'll get to that one first.
Y'all
We'll just get to that
produce
one
the
first.
show. We weren't going
Y'all produce the
But
show.
you drop a 50 ball, we gonna change the whole
We have to.
workout.
We have to.
We
Look,
got you 2-1
Y'all think
for
y'all
it.
coming there on the greatest day of eating in history and beating my Cowboys? Y'all are crazy. Look, we have to talk about it. There has been some schedule releases for the season. The first Sunday night game of the year, once again, will be the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Football Giants. Dak Prescott taking on Jackson Dart and the Giants. But the big news here in the Speakeasy, Thanksgiving Day is set in Dallas. The Cowboys will be taking on the Eagles, a rematch of last year. And the last time the Eagles walked into AT&T Stadium, they left with a big fat L on that forehead. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be great. Fellas, how are we feeling about this schedule? You know, we'll talk Eagles first, then we'll get to the Giants game. Who has more to prove this next season, the Cowboys or the Eagles?
What'd you say, 2-5?
You know, I'm gonna say the Eagles. The Cowboys don't have much to be. I mean, they don't really win like that. So
Wow.
yes, that's just getting to the playoffs is a good thing for them. But for us, moving on from AJ Brown, it's gonna be a big deal. How do we bounce back? What do we look like? Jalen Hurts. It's gonna seem like okay. The team chose to stay with Jalen Hurts and not deal with the A.J. Brown. So now we need Jalen Hurts to go back to that all-pro Jalen Hurts we know of, right? And money's on the line for him, too. And also our talent. Our team is so good and so talented that a lot of these guys got to get paid real soon. And it's hard to win championships when guys are getting paid at the top dollar. Yes, and I'll say the last thing is Thanksgiving. More of like that pride. And the last time the Eagles played on Thanksgiving Day, our brother named LaShawn McCoy got the Gobbler Game Award.
Gobbler.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yo.
because you be rushing up them yards.
You know what I mean? I don't know if it's because of that or it's just the MVP of the game.
Yeah.
So,
You ate a turducken.
so I feel like, I'm going to pass that thing down to my boy 2-6, and what's about to happen.
Okay.
More pressure this season got to be the Eagles.
Got
I
to
think
be.
they got to be the Eagles. Eagles have more expectations.
Come
and I
on.
also think the Eagles made a lot of questionable decisions this offseason. First questionable decision is all of the tumultuous nature surrounding A.J. Brown. Like, if you move off of an all-pro caliber talent, if you move off of a top 10 wide receiver in football, I would probably suggest a top 5 wide receiver in football, you can't afford to get worse. You get worse after moving off of A.J. Brown, everybody's going to question that decision. Jeff Stoutland's been in Philadelphia since 2013 when Chip Kelly first got there. Jeff Stoutland, probably the best offensive line coach maybe in NFL history. Mm-hmm. You allow Jeff Stoutland to walk out the door and you get worse, there are going to be a lot of questions that have to be answered. You draft Mekhi Lemon in the first round. That's a stretch. That's a reach. For a team particularly that has an all-pro wide receiver, you want to trade an all-pro wide receiver potentially to a Super Bowl contender just to draft an undersized wide receiver? That's a stretch. So the Eagles have made so many questionable decisions this offseason that if you go into the season and you don't dominate, hell no, it's going to be anarchy.
See, this is my problem with y'all talking about. The question wasn't who has more expectations going into next year. The question was who has more to prove. Mm-hmm. The Dallas Cowboys have one of the most high-paid quarterbacks in all of the National Football League.
That's true.
And they've missed the playoffs the last 2 years.
That's
the
true.
Dallas Cowboys traded away one of the best defenders in the entire league last year, and they missed the playoffs again. They had one of the worst defenses that we've seen in the turn of the century for the Dallas Cowboys. And we have to turn around after having a phenomenal offense and make the playoffs the next year. They have more to prove. The Cowboys are not a surefire playoff team right now. And after taking Caleb Downs and Malachi Lawrence with the 12th and then the 20th pick of the NFL draft, 11th and then the 20th pick of the NFL draft, we have so much more to prove than the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles have done nothing for the past 2 years, but do what, Shady? Won the division.
Come on now.
Win a Super Bowl.
Come on now.
Go to the playoffs with expectations to go deep in the playoffs. they still have a roster that a lot of people are expecting to go to the playoffs and succeed. They have a Super Bowl winning quarterback. We know what they can do. Dak Prescott has to prove he can win playoff games.
Yeah, true.
The Cowboys have to prove that they can make it back to the playoffs and field a competent defense. The Cowboys have so much more to prove, especially with the roster that we have. And are we paying George Pickens or not? Please, Jerry. Please, Jerry. Figure it out. I want to know. Is he going to be on our team next year or is he not? We have far more to prove, not only in the season, but in this offseason and heading into training camp.
I guess the reason I don't think the Cowboys have more to prove is because nobody really thinks the Cowboys are going to make significant
taking really
playoff
serious.
noise. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not even saying that in jest, but like, Kieran, if the Cowboys go 10-7, we'd be like, bet. Fair.
Cool. Yeah.
No big deal. Eagles go 10-7, we'd be like, wait, does Nick Sirianni need to be fired?
Come on now.
Cowboys
Come
go
on
10-7. Ryan Schottenheimer, he did a pretty good job, man.
Yeah, he's getting better.
Right? Like,
he's getting better.
That's a pretty good season.
Yeah,
and their
getting
defense
better.
is young.
Yeah.
They're figuring it out.
Yeah.
They're led by rookie Caleb
Hey,
Downs.
the future looks promised.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Eagles go 10-7. Jalen Hurts got to go.
Yep.
They
Somebody's
shouldn't
fault.
extend Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
It's time for Lane Johnson to retire.
Do you not
Maybe
think that's
Saquon
the case
Barkley's washed.
if next year Dak Prescott at 33 years old misses the playoffs for a third straight season?
No, I don't. I mean, they make, like, think about it. Have you heard any conversation about, oh, man, should they get rid of Dak Prescott? He hasn't gone to the playoffs in the
After
last 2
this
years.
next season, I think
But
we
I'm
will.
saying we haven't heard like a whistle about it, like a whisper. So my thing is, we don't. If that's Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts goes to the playoffs 2 years in a row, what's the whispers going to be?
It roars, bro. Ain't no whispers.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Roars.
So it's
Made
a
it,
different
but yeah.
situation.
Yeah, I just think the expectations are higher on the Eagles side for good reason, though.
Yeah.
We've seen them be in 2 Super Bowls the last 5 years. The Cowboys, in my opinion, have more to prove moving forward than the Eagles
proven,
do.
but you're not really expecting none of that. So it's like, take your time, man.
Yeah, no. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott heading into this next season because you just brought it up. Jalen Hurts, obviously first round exit this past year, Super Bowl the year before. Dak Prescott hadn't made the playoffs the past couple of years, had a phenomenal season this year, number 2 offense in the league in terms of scoring and yards. Who has more to prove out of those 2 guys in this upcoming season?
Now it's Dak Prescott. Jalen Hurts is who he is. He's done what he's done. You can't take what he has gotten from him. Super Bowl MVP. All-Pro. Can't take it from him. Dak Prescott, think 2-5 playoff record. If Dak Prescott were to retire today, his career would be completely debated. He's in conversations for third greatest Cowboys quarterback ever, behind Staubach, behind Troy Aikman. Jalen Hurts is cemented. You can't negotiate with where Jalen Hurts is as it pertains to what he's done in Philadelphia. Only second quarterback to win a Super Bowl behind Nick Foles, and Jalen Hurts actually was the Eagles franchise quarterback for a legitimate period in time, didn't just have a good run there. So to me, Dak Prescott has more to prove if you're moving into the micro, because at the end of the day, what is Dak really? He's a good quarterback. You gonna retire after a 15-year career being a good quarterback with 3 playoff wins, maybe if he gets another one? Like, what is Dak Prescott? So Dak still got some stuff to do.
It's got to be Jalen Hurts. I mean, like I said before, we haven't heard anything about Dak Prescott. I mean, he's like this year, they had a solid year, right? But they didn't win at all. They blame him on the defense, and then you said nothing about Dak. Jalen Hurts, he's always been questioned.
Yep.
I mean, the brother been in 2 Super Bowls, and he actually won one of them, and is MVP of that game. And we still talk about, oh, is he the guy? Is he the quarterback? So yes, you talk about this year. You're moving on from A.J. Brown, and then when you look at all the talk and the commotion, it's about, is Jalen Hurts for the future? It's got to be Jalen Hurts. And I think it's because he's had so much success and he plays for the Eagles. And I'm learning the Eagles has the better team. It's a big market. It's a talked about team. If you look at this whole offseason, all the whispers been talking about Jalen Hurts. So it's like you can't win, you can't lose with him. So it's got to be him.
I think both of these guys do have a lot to prove, but Jalen Hurts, like you said, I think we know what Jalen Hurts is at this point, though. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback who's not going to turn the ball over, but he's also just not going to give you a crazy offensive season throwing the ball through the air. He's just not shown to be that through 6 years of his NFL career. I think Dak Prescott, more than anyone else in the National Football League, other than Lamar Jackson, has the most to prove. You are consensusly a top 5 regular season quarterback over the last decade. You are. Statistically, he's been second to MVP voting before. He's had ridiculously good numbers. He's led his team to multiple 12-win seasons time and time again. But he has not shown up in the playoffs whatsoever.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He just has not shown that ability in the playoffs. And until he does that, he's always going to have more to prove. Because like you said, what is Dak Prescott as a player? We don't know. At the end of Dak Prescott, if his career was to end right now, what would your recap of him be? Yo, amazing regular season player, but a complete liability in the playoffs. Yeah. That can't be his lasting legacy. And in my opinion, for Dak Prescott, maybe it's a John Elway type situation where you get it done later on in your career. I'm hoping. I'm like that maybe some hopium right there. But I think he's always going to have more to prove than Jalen Hurts is. Jalen Hurts has already proved it. He's proved I can go out there and be a Super Bowl winning quarterback for my team. Dak Prescott has never proved it in the playoffs that he can be a real or lead a contender in general. So, yeah.
I can't disagree with you there. I can't disagree with you there at all. It will be fascinating. I think the expectations for Jalen are higher because the expectations for the Eagles are higher. But you hit the nail on the head when you discuss what Dak has to prove. Let's get to the Cavs. Let's get to Spidey's breaking news. We'll circle back to what's up with the football world. But there was breaking news in the NBA world. Spidey Mitchell, he tied a Cavaliers franchise record with most points scored in the second half with 39 of them.
Well, fellas, not only did he tie a Cavaliers franchise record, Donovan Mitchell tonight broke the playoff record for second half points in a game with 39 in the second half of the game. 43 points, 5 rebounds on 50% shooting from the field. The Cavaliers win 112-103 over the Pistons. They tie up the series, headed back to Detroit now for a game. Guys, who do you have more faith in moving forward? Is it this Cavs team with Donovan Mitchell setting the fire and now James Harden playing a more facilitator role? Or is it the Pistons and that young squad maybe playing better defensively back at home?
To me, 2-5, I got more faith in the Pistons because so much has to go right for the Cavs to win. For the Cavs to win, the first thing that has to go right is Spidey Mitchell got to get going. And he got to go for 30-plus. I think he's gone for 30-plus in the last 3 games, including the absolutely superstar performance he had in the second half of this game. But think about what else went right for the Cavs. Tobias Harris struggled mightily in the second half, completely went missing after he dominated the first half. Amen Thompson was unplayable. Dude had 13 minutes through 3 quarters because he was a minus 15 at halftime. He was utterly unplayable. 4 turnovers, 2 boards, and just didn't know what he was doing. He looked lost on the basketball court. Asar Thompson, excuse me. A lot has to go right for the Cavs to win. Not nearly as much has to go right for the Pistons to win. For the Pistons to win, you need either Cade, Tobias, Duren to play well. Cade, Tobias, Asar to play well. You just need a combination to play well. For the Cavs to win, Donovan Mitchell has to go crazy. And with Asar Thompson both getting in foul trouble and not being on the court, it allows Spidey Mitchell and James Harden to both get busy because Thompson's the best defender.
What roster do you think is better? I'm just asking. Don't look at the seeding. If you watch both teams, like who has more talent? Who's a better team?
Offensively, the Cavs have more firepower. Better team, I would say defensively. Better team, I would say the Detroit Pistons. But offensively, more firepower.
I'm just watching it. I was watching the game. I'm like, man, they can't score like that. I'm talking about Detroit. Cade, Cade don't give you what he got because that's what he like that. He's one of the top tier guys in the league. But other than him, like, who are you counting on next to get busy? Tobias Harris?
Yeah.
You want him to
give you 20.
And I'm not, and it's nothing against him because I think he's had a solid career. But like, if that's your second go-to guy that's going to go out there and give you buckets, I'm betting on that. Even Durant, I'm betting on that too. So I picked the Cavs in this series. I thought they're a more complete team. I think obviously Detroit has better defense, but I don't know. I was watching them get, and then even James Harden didn't really play great, because he's gonna have a game where he goes off and has a great game. He has that. He might go missing a lot in the playoffs, but there's some games where he gonna have that big game.
Yeah.
So I just think that going forward, I'm going with the Cavs. Now Mitchell got his stuff going. He got his stuff rolling around a little bit. They started to knock down some shots. That's what they need now. Now, if we can get Mitchell in there doing his thing, scoring at will, he's going to get some more attention. We need them shooters to start shooting like they used to.
The hard part for me, 2-5, is this. Do you believe Spidey can keep this up? Because I've seen, before he had these last 3 games, I think he had 5 or 6 consecutive 20-point games. So do you believe for 3 more games, Spidey can average, because the last 3 games I think he's averaging 35. You believe for 3 more games, Spidey can average essentially 35, 36 points. That's where I just have my doubts, particularly if Asar Thompson stays on the court. If Thompson stays on the court, it's a completely different ballgame for Harden, and it's a different ballgame for Spidey.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think he's good, right? And then he's getting all this momentum.
Yeah,
that's another thing. And then you're more confident. And then there's other guys. I think now he's scoring at such a high clip, other guys will get more opportunities to shoot.
Yeah.
Right? Better shots. So, and I just look at the team, man. Like, James Harden's going to go off eventually.
Yeah, you think?
You know what I mean? He always has that 1 or 2 games in a series where he does something to make a difference. I like them, bro. I really do.
The Cavs on paper should be the better team. There's a reason they're the
That's
1
true.
seed
That's
last
true,
year.
though. Yeah, you're right.
On paper, the Cavs should be the better team.
They got defense, size,
They got everything. I mean, at the end of the day,
got
you starting
Mobley,
Jared
you got-
Allen, you starting Mobley. Dean Wade plays phenomenal defense on
Jared Allen is
Cunningham.
good. So he don't get enough credit.
He a good player. Then you got Spidey and Harden. Then off the bench, you bringing in Strus. Merrill's getting healthier. Like the Cavs are a good team. Make no mistake about it. I can't believe Duren is going so ghost. Like that was crazy.
That's true.
Yeah.
This was a 20-12 caliber dude who's giving you 12 and 7. I literally this is one of the most
He got in foul trouble again tonight.
things. He should be dominated. If you look at the regular season matchups, Kieran, he dominated. 25-12, dominated.
I don't see that. I don't see none of that.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Kieran, what you make of it?
I mean, like Jalen Duren tonight with 8 points, 4 turnovers, and only 2 rebounds. He's supposed to be the interior
that
force
big
on the
with 2
team.
boards, bro.
I think it's also this is their first time in the playoffs taking them, or not first time. But this is their second trip around. They're taking those playoff lumps. I don't know. I'm kind of with Shady in this though.
Like, team though, for real, like you watch them, they play the defense.
They don't have a secondary scoring option that you really trust to be
Like,
consistent.
bro.
And Cade has like the same way that we're saying Spider Mitchell has to go out there and give you like, bro, if Cade doesn't give you 30, they don't have a shot to win. And that's been the case. Like Cade needs to show up and he needs to play extremely well all season for them.
He was chilling today, though, right?
Yeah, he was very much chilling today. So I think it's a tough situation for him.
Here's what we can't do. Jalen Duren should be averaging 20 because in the regular season he averaged 20. So like Cade shouldn't have to give you 30. Yeah. Jalen Duren should be putting Jared Allen's small frame in the back of the basket. Yeah, and he does it on occasion. There were several plays today where he just bullies Jared Allen.
I was like,
just get in the weight room, get out the way. He should be putting his back in the basket. Yeah. So to me, like when I look at the Pistons, I can't even say Cade has to give you 30. That should not be the case. Jalen Duren has to give you 18. Tobias Harris has to give you 16.
But it's possible too, though, because Cade is that good.
Yeah.
I think if Cade really wanted to, and he was relaxed today, but I think he's a 30-point type dude.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just he gotta be aggressive. He wasn't really aggressive
to me,
tonight.
the Piston style of play isn't a Cade has to give you 30 style of play. Piston style of play is we're gonna play good defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna hold you to under 105, and that's how we gonna win the game. If you start scoring 100 with your starters, like that's not the Piston style of play.
I think it really is. A lot of people expected Jalen Duren to go into the series and be like a very, very, or into the playoffs in general because he didn't have a good start to the last series either. They expected him to be an impact player for that team, and he has been anything but. He's been anything but.
Yeah.
He's averaging, I think, 11 points right now in the series on 49% shooting during the regular season. He was averaging 20 on 65. He's just he's not doing at all what he needs to be doing on the interior, and that's the reason why they just given up a 2-0 lead. And now it looks different for the series moving forward. We were saying with a lot of confidence that it looked like the series was over after the first 2 games.
Y'all said that.
Hold on, bro.
Y'all said that.
You were the one talking. You were the one talking about how the Cavs weren't. I don't want to hear that.
We got light skin beef in the speakeasy.
You were the one talking about how
I
never believed in the Cavaliers.
Don't
you were the one that
include
said
me
that.
in
We were
that.
all giving the Cavs credit before the series.
My initial take before the series started was I think the Pistons can and will not only make it a series, but possibly win the series. When they went up 2-0, you asked the question, is this series over? I said, I'm not ready. TJ said, it was a Thursday, I'm pretty sure. TJ said right there. Yep, Shady wasn't here. And I said, I don't think it's over. James Harden can come up clutch in certain games and hit you and hit big shots.
You said James Harden clutch?
Yes, I said that. It's on my IG, bro. I posted it.
Yuck.
I got receipts for what I say. But no, I don't think the series is over. I don't think it was over when they went up 2-0. For one, Cavs are extremely good at home.
Yep.
They defend home court very well. 2, they have the better roster overall. And 3, they are the more experienced team. That is the biggest advantage that the Cavaliers have over the Pistons. They have playoff experience. They get here every year. They fall short every year, but they get there every year. So they have that going for them already. Then the fact that they have a more talented roster and a deeper roster. Again, if Cade doesn't come out and ball, The Pistons look very shoddy because Jalen Duren refuses to show up on the basketball court. He just won't do it. But that said, Donovan Mitchell and Carebear also said this. Check the receipts. Is going to have to score 35 points a game for the Cavaliers to make this a series.
You did say that last show.
In the last 2 games, he scored 35 plus, and that's why this series is now, a series. So if he doesn't do that, though, I don't think the Cavs win, and it's not realistic for me to think he's going to average 35 for 2 more out of the next 3 games.
Him and Cade are in the same spot though. If Cade's not scoring 25 plus, or if Donovan Mitchell's not scoring 35 plus, either one of those teams is going to win or lose. Especially with Jalen Duren being a complete shell of himself right now. And that's the reason why the Pistons have, in my opinion, no shot to get by the Knicks if they make it to the next round. Neither do the Cavs. I think the Knicks are going to the finals. But they're just not playing consistent enough basketball.
That's
they're not.
So now if the Cavs get hot, that's the team to worry about.
No.
That's because they got dudes.
I can't see it.
They're not doing that with the Knicks, though.
No, they're not doing that with the Knicks at all.
Nothing with the Knicks.
They're ready to shrink in a big moment.
Not with the Knicks.
They do it every year. Every year they get to the game and they fall short, bro. It's just they're giving me no.
You talking about the Cavs?
The Cavs. They give me nothing to believe that they can get to the finals, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
Spidey ain't giving you nothing to believe?
No, bro. He's not giving me enough to be
in his career.
To be like, they can get past the Knicks and
get
get to the finals.
Nah, Knicks are the best team in the East, and I think it's showing. I think the only team that was capable of competing with them was like a healthy Boston, but that's not happening.
Healthy Sixers.
Yeah, no, exactly. Okay, healthy Sixers maybe too. Yeah, but moving forward, we got to keep it NBA, fellas. Biggest news out of the day in the NBA, though, outside of this possibly being LeBron James's last game.
Sheesh.
That ain't.
Man, don't say that, bro.
I don't want to say it. I
don't want to cry.
But look, biggest news out of the day: Victor Wembanyama will be facing no further discipline after elbowing Naz Reid to the jugular, trying to take away his vocal cords. After he was ejected in that game, no suspension. Crazier, no fine whatsoever. Wembanyama will be playing against the Timberwolves Tuesday night rather, in San Antonio.
That's bullcrap, bro.
Fellas. Crazy decision here. Did the NBA get it right?
Bro, Draymond Green would do this. What happens? If Draymond Green did this,
I'm with you.
are you kidding me? He might get suspended for 2 games, playoffs. This is crazy though. And I don't know Wemby, and I ain't judging Wemby. All I'm saying is like, how? What? Why he different? Some bull crap, home. They pick and choose who they want discipline. They
Superstar treatment. That's what it is.
I don't know about that part.
Nah, I think it is. If AJ Mitchell went out there and elbowed Marcus Smart in the throat tonight like that, and somehow the Lakers won, you think AJ Mitchell would be playing in the next game if he did the same exact thing? Hell no, he wouldn't be playing in that game. Yeah, Acho, what do you think?
I'm glad there's no suspension for the next game. It's the playoffs, bro. It's the playoffs. At the end of the day, Naz Reid cheap shotted, not nearly as severely or not nearly as impactfully. He cheap shotted Victor Wembanyama 2 games before. Victor Wembanyama and caught him with an intentional elbow. But at the end of the day, he missed the majority of the game. And not only did he miss the majority of the game, Kieran, the game noticeably swung because Victor Wembanyama wasn't present. So if you were to suspend Victor Wembanyama for an additional game or suspend him for game 5, now you are altering the trajectory of the series. The people making these decisions, they have eyes. And they have eyes to see Wemby already was suspended, figuratively speaking, for a game. He missed a majority of game 4. You suspend him for another game. Now, even if the T-Wolves win the series, the whole debate's not going to be on basketball. It's going to be on, well, Wemby got suspended. He's too important of a player, too valuable of a player, too talented of a player, too impactful of a player for him to be suspended for a game and all of the basketball world not be arguing about his suspension as opposed to talking about basketball.
You got picks, bro. You got picks. Because I watched you say that Draymond Green should have got suspended, and he did. When he kicked my man in the nuts.
Yep.
What you mean, yo? Why is that okay? And my man can hit you in the mouth and potentially break your jaw, and that's not cool, and that's hard.
One, I think track record. Matters.
Why
I'm not going to be ignorant to track record.
If I've been shooting people in the leg, right?
Yep.
And one time I hit somebody in the dome, boom, and you hit somebody in the dome one time. What's the difference? We both
domes was hit.
Yeah,
2 heads was knocked
if you shoot
off.
somebody in the leg, you probably on parole. You probably not just.
If you've been robbing corner stores, taking a little, you know what I'm saying? Is that cool? Is that safe?
Let me knock it down, Shady. If you get a speeding ticket 1 week, and then you get another speeding ticket the next week. Then you get another speeding the next week. Your license is getting revoked.
All right.
If I get a speeding ticket and it's my first one, I might get a warning.
And you get like a big accident.
Yep.
Right, and now somebody's really, really hurt or damaged.
Yep.
And I keep going these speeding tickets, and then I do that, and then you do it one time. No speeding ticket one time.
Your penalty should be greater.
That don't make no sense.
Because you are a bigger threat to society.
That don't make no sense, bro.
you are reoccurring. You're a bigger threat to society. To me, I'm glad he's not getting suspended, mainly because let the basketball game decide who's best, bruh.
But that's not our place to pick when we should do the right thing.
True.
Bro, you intentionally rocked my man his jaw.
Yeah.
He lucky he ain't get up and whoop him.
Yeah. I think if Nas Reed would have actually retaliated more,
Come on, man.
I think he would have actually been suspended. Though,
If
he would have rushed at him, and it would have been like a huge. And Nas Reed would have said after the game, like, that was a cheap ass shot, bro. Just hit me in the. I think then he would have been suspended the game. The thing that's the craziest thing though, because I'm with you from a basketball fan's perspective. I love the fact that Wemby's going to be playing in the next game, and it's not going to affect the basketball element of this.
Correct.
Him not being fined.
Yeah.
Oh, no fine.
No fine. Now that I disagree with.
That's crazy.
He should have been fined,
Bruh.
But I don't think he should have been suspended, and I'm glad he wasn't suspended. Not necessarily because of the Nas Reed cheap shot, but because it just would have cost too much. It would have curtailed the outcome of the series, I think, too much. And then what happens is, Shady, I think you might rock with me on this because we both rock with Ant. The last thing I want to hear is, Ant only got past the Spurs because Wemby missed the series. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Don't discredit Ant because Ant's playing on bad knees. He's not at full strength, and he's still going out there and competing. So I don't want them to give any excuses as to why the Spurs lost. I want to see the Timberwolves and the Spurs compete at the highest level and may the best team win.
True story, though, man. It's bigger than all that. It is bigger than all that.
Okay,
Let me
talk
break
to
this
me,
thing down
Shady.
real quick. First of all, when we talking about getting kicked out the game and suspended, you got legacy on the line. You got all type of legacies. I'll give you an example.
Okay.
If this is the Warriors, and Draymond Green didn't get kicked out, we win a chip that year. Now,
no, we can't play the what if game.
I got to because what they trying to do with my man with the injury. He should have been out of there. You could have injured somebody. Real quick. Draymond Green don't get kicked out. They win that series. Steph Curry now has five rings.
Championships.
And now we talking about, is Steph Curry the GOAT? Is he top 3? You get what I'm saying? We had him top. Magic Johnson is without a doubt he's the best point guard of all time if he gets 5 rings. You see what I'm saying? Then that's 2 without two without KD.
3 without KD.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's
three without
bigger
KD,
than all that. It's bigger than that, man. It's
bigger than black and white.
I mean, Shady not wrong on that,
man.
Shady not wrong on that.
But he is playing the what if game. We got to acknowledge that.
He
playing the what if game right there.
He hates that game.
When Shady don't
You
play,
do hate that game.
he don't like the what if game.
Corey didn't get hurt. I try to have
He don't like the what if game, but he just played it.
Look,
Let the record show.
But I had to though.
Oh, you were forced. Your hand was
By
forced.
default.
Yeah, because
Okay.
he was over here hitting dude in the net, bro.
No, because
player
my thing
safety
is,
on the line.
you say, we thought that he should have got suspended. That was a crazy hit. And if he got suspended, like Draymond, I'm cool with that. But if he didn't, it affects so much more in basketball.
Let me ask you this. Remind me, when did Dre hit LeBron? 3rd quarter? 4th quarter? 2nd quarter? 1st quarter? In the chat, y'all might know.
Yeah, y'all probably know offhand more than us. It was definitely in the second half.
When did Draymond hit LeBron?
I want to say
because
it was
that matters.
quarter.
Because if Draymond only missed a quarter of basketball, I get it, right? So if Wemby would have done this in the 3rd or 4th quarter, that to me changes.
But what about all the
things.
momentum, dude? You up 2? Well, I think it was up 2-0. Then they go back to Cleveland.
I think it was 2-1.
You're asking a lot.
Game 4. That's what I'm saying.
It was 2-1. Yeah, it was a game
2-1. So we win that game.
It was in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the 4th quarter of the game.
Now all that momentum for quarter just goes away. Come on, stop. Knock the
Now I wouldn't mind
off, man.
seeing if the rule had
The Warriors were already
something.
up 10, but with like 2.5 minutes left.
Who was?
You know what I'm saying?
The Warriors were already up 10 with about 2.5
We
minutes.
already
or
up
whatever
10.
taken in the nuts.
He get hit. You know what I mean?
Now I wouldn't necessarily hate the idea of like a flagrant 2 ejection for 4 quarters. So Wemby did it in the second. That counts as 1 quarter. He misses the rest of the game and then maybe has to sit the 1st quarter of the next game. No, I'm saying if that was the rule, I'd be okay with something like that. But to just have an entire game and 3 quarters missed.
If you to play high school basketball though, they have that rule. So if you organize back, never mind.
Thank you, Shady, for the
Now,
the
I will
education.
ask you
appreciate
guys
that.
this, though.
I'm
Moving
just
forward,
so unfamiliar with high school basketball that I just, without you, making me
'cause I
knowledgeable,
know-
I wouldn't have known that. Thank you so
Yo, did
much.
you play high school basketball?
Of course.
High school basketball?
Yo, me too, yo.
And I would have cooked
My
both
dog.
of y'all.
Yo, we the only guys that play high school.
Wait, y'all
I
don't
play high school sports.
No, you did.
Hold on a second.
This is embarrassing now, though, yo. This
Y'all
is
didn't
getting
do
bad.
nothing.
Acho, I've seen
play
your
high
jump
school-
shot.
Hold on.
I've seen your
no,
jump
you
shot. I've seen your. I would have cooked you.
How?
Trey, it's not possible.
You ain't even play high school basketball. How you gonna cook him? You ain't even.
Because I
We can play
bred,
one-on-one.
bro. I never
We
stopped
gotta
playing
set up. We gotta set up
basketball.
a me and Trey
You
sports
gotta
combine
remember,
at some point.
I'm still
Facts.
D1.
I'm down for that.
Nah, it
Not
would
in
be bad.
basketball.
It would be. I'm D1 athletic.
Yeah, but
I'm 6'2".
But football players
Yo,
are
okay.
notoriously bad at basketball,
Yo,
especially
play around me.
linebackers. Especially linebackers.
And then back, y'all play high school sports. All right,
I play high school sports.
So us four.
I play high school sports.
What you play?
I was in golf, varsity. Sophomore year.
Come on, my dude. What?
That's a sport. Come on,
Listen,
that was a
bruh,
problem.
you're not gonna discredit me. I played basketball all through college. I just ain't played for the team. I ain't want to do that. I was the cool guy on the
I guess I
sidelines.
did
You
that
know what I mean?
I did
Chilling.
that too, though, for pick. I said on the pickup games, I used to kill them. Though.
Single digit
Yeah, that's what I'm
handicap, come on
saying.
now.
Yeah, I play
I was a
intramural all
problem,
day.
bro. I was a problem out there.
Open gyms with everybody that was on the team. I
we
ran. I
get
just,
some
you know what I mean?
super
Yeah, let's get
chats,
some
bro?
super
Let's
chats, man, because I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm getting ready to set this mic to the side, and me and Shady go put the headgear on, man.
It's kind of funny. That's all. It's funny, man.
No, it is funny. It's all jokes, man. I got thick skin. Pause. Listen, getting to some super chats. King Drewski, shout out to King Drewski. We
funny,
missed you
man.
yesterday. You know, I keep eyes on the chat. I ain't see you in here. King Drewski said, "Hey, Mike Wazowski Bear, that pic of you and them shabligities was wild. And don't think we don't know. You weren't caught in the act. You posted that pic with your weird self, shaking my head."
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, can we?
Bro, I can't
let's
just
cut to it.
enjoy
Let's
a
just
hot
cut to
dog,
it.
bro. Why y'all always gotta make someone feel so
It's
weird
not
for
even the
enjoying a
fact
hot
that
dog?
you enjoyed the hot dog. It's the fact that it was another man's hot dog.
Oh man,
What's wrong with that?
You gobbled another man's glizzy.
Oh,
Bro,
my
anytime
God.
you've eaten a hot dog, did you make every hot dog that you've ever had, bro? No.
Oh my God.
Your pop at the cookout put a glizzy in a bun and handed it to you.
It's different.
And you had it.
Yeah, get on the grill. That's normal. You
Nah, that's
took
ridiculous.
you gobbled
That's
a
ridiculous.
random man glizzy at a
It's
UFC
not a random
fight.
man, bro. We had rapport. We talked about the fights. He told me to bet on Pat Sabatini, and I made $100.
Hold on.
Y'all was
Hold
both
on,
hungry.
Hold on.
Okay, my fault.
So you made a connection with the man first
Before you gobbled his
Absolutely.
then
glizzy.
you gobbled. The
Absolutely, gobbled his glizzy is crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Y'all's verbiage is messing it up. I can't just eat a damn hot dog.
You know they got like kiss and tell.
A man can't enjoy
Kieran
a
gobbled
good
and gossip. Like that's crazy. So you
I can't
gobbled and
enjoy a
gossip
Frank
with a man.
and-
That's
and-
crazy, bro.
I'm out floor seats, the UFC, Newark, New Jersey, having a
And
great
you
time.
scared the young lady next to you. She looks petrified.
That's my homegirl Aisha, bro. The
She's
reason why
petrified.
Aisha makes food content. Food got me wasted. That's my homegirl, right? She makes food content. She wasn't impressed with the state of the hot dog. Her standard for food is high. It has nothing to do with me gobbling
Bro,
the glizzy
can y'all
like
take
that.
it full so the world can just be in?
That's
in
y'all gotta
trance
understand. There's nuance to these conversations, bro.
That shit like crazy.
What's the nuance?
The nuance
What's the
is, bro.
She's a
I'm trying to
food
enjoy.
content. So just picture this
Everybody
real
like
quick.
weird.
Do you see?
I don't
do you
want to
see
stay
how
here
hot
too
dog
long.
looks? My standard for food ain't as high as hers is.
Who took
We
the
know you eat anything in sight. We know that.
Bro,
but
I
what
eat
I'm
ass.
saying is, you said what? Did you say you eat ass? Did you say you eat ass?
Anyway, man, we got a lot to talk about on the
Who
show
took the
today.
picture though?
Time
We got a
out.
lot to talk about.
Did
on
he
the
just
show
say that?
today. We got
He really just said that.
we got a lot to
Yeah,
talk
I think
about.
he did since
Grown
he-
ass man, I can't eat no ass. Y'all something else,
Hearing
bro.
your mama's in the chat.
She's literally watching the show.
I'm
Like,
27
Mama
years
Bear is
old,
in
bro.
the chat.
She not in the chat tonight. I
Now
don't
she
think so.
knows
She's
what
chilling.
you do in your spare
Damn, she
time.
is.
Now she knows.
Damn, mom, get out the chat, man.
She knows. She knows the lights.
That's
go off.
crazy, bro.
That's actually crazy.
She knows what's on
Imagine
your
like,
mind.
but to take a, you said she makes food content for a living. So like she's seen a lot.
A lot.
She's seen a whole lot. So for her to be terrified by you devouring this other man's glizzy, I know that's saying something, bro.
It's crazy.
You gobbled his glizzy and then came and gossiped about it.
His glizzy is crazy. His glizzy is
I'ma
insane.
keep it moving, bro.
That's not.
I'ma keep it- I gotta keep
That's
it
not
moving.
fair. bro.
What you
I can't
mean?
just.
Yo,
Bro, God forbid I had one shaboing boing at the damn UFC fight, bro.
yo, whoa. Yo, what makes your
Come
boy,
on, bro.
This subligity is crazy. Listen, Trav too.
Say hot dog, yo, y'all getting wild. Yo, it's still Instagram. It's like a barber, right? He always be saying wild stuff.
Oh yeah, He said, "You want me to oil that thing up for you?"
Like, yo,
you want me to hold that thing
Yeah,
down?
he said, "You want me to oil that thing down?"
You talking about an Acho?
Yeah.
Mama Bear has commented in the chat with a yikes.
Yeah, she's disappointed in her son.
She
as
is
she should be.
disappointed in her son.
Time out. What is she disappointed about? Because he got a lot going on. Is it the random glizzy eating part?
Yeah, from another man.
Or is it
Is it the I eat ass?
Or is it
like what?
Could you imagine being a mom? You raised an incredible young man.
Incredible,
Absolutely.
talented.
That's what's important.
Phenomenal.
Talented, educated,
Bruh.
multi-hyphenate.
successful?
You
all
want
that,
successful?
all
You say
that.
multi-hyphen.
You watching him do a show,
Doing his
hosting
thing.
a show,
Yeah.
doing his thing in front of thousands of people.
Yep.
Millions by now aggregate viewers.
Absolutely.
And then you come watching him in your beautiful house, probably somewhere in Texas.
Yep.
And you see a picture of him gobbling glizzies
Oh my gosh.
and loudly pronouncing he be eating cheeks.
Yeah.
Eating cheeks is.
Could you imagine what
The pain.
The day after Mother's Day, mind
Oh!
you. The day
Yeah,
after
yeah,
Mother's
yeah,
Day,
yeah,
mind
yeah,
you.
yeah. This is
Wow.
crazy.
Could you imagine?
Yo, no respect.
No respect for moms.
I would never. I would never.
could
do
never.
my mom, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Imagine you give your mom a kiss on the cheek for
Wow.
Mother's
Oh,
Day.
man.
All right, bro. All right.
And no
We
less than
just-
24 hours
Yo.
later.
Was it a glizzy in his mouth? Or was it cheeks? Oh, no, Lord, help us,
Yo, and it's like now she know when he's alone, when he's thinking
my
about doing
gosh.
it. Yeah, bro, that's a bad situation, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sorry,
Mama
man.
Bear.
That's crazy, man. He a freaky
Oh,
boy.
man.
I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, freaky bear.
He
I'm a grown ass
he
man.
a fan.
Y'all in the chat have done far
Oh,
worse,
man.
and everyone in here has done far worse too.
Oh my
Rated
This is
R.
all
Bear.
30-year-old men. You know what they do.
My heart hurts.
That's crazy. I hope my kids
I
ain't
should hear the
watching.
conversations when the
My
cameras
heart
turn on.
hurts.
I hope my players ain't watching.
Yeah, Malin, if you watching, turn the show off,
Yeah,
baby
my
girl.
son is
That's crazy.
watching, bro. Damn,
Oh, man.
What's the next super
Yeah.
chat?
Y'all
bro?
are
crazy,
bro.
man.
Listen, Trav Too Real jumped back in the super chat. He said,
You treat your tongue any type of way, dude.
That's all right.
That's crazy. He said, "Hey, social allergies. First of all, put some respect
Damn,
on my name,
allergies.
sir. I've been dropping 50 balls the past few months. I'm rookie of the year for real. I was always tapped in with y'all, but I drive trucks, so I miss the lives a lot. Lastly, T-Mac wore #1. That's a good point. That's a good point.
What T-Mac did? Penny
Yeah.
Hardaway?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could be
so
Penny.
T-Mac was his #1, not James Harden. So
Oh, wow.
that's cool. My fault, Trav. I didn't mean no disrespect, brother. That's on me. That's on me. Yvette Niles says, "Salute, fellas. Loving the vibe. Just wanted to come through and show us some love."
Hold on. We clap for
And
our
we clap
ladies.
for our women regulars for sure. Yvette, welcome. We appreciate you.
Welcome.
My guy JoJo, listen, JoJo, reach out to me on IG. I need you to hit me up on the show's page. Say, yo, what's good, Speakeasy? Hope y'all doing okay, but I'm officially done with the NBA. The refs have been terrible all playoffs, and Wemby not getting suspended feels like the league picks and chooses when
Thank you.
rules matter. I
Thank
can't
you.
take it anymore. Swaggy D Dot said, what up, fam? Shady, hold up. How come you hate on Sam Darnold, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, but you simp and defend Diana Rossini?
Oh, wow.
It's a fair question.
Yo,
That's a good
Acho, tell
question.
my boy Brad to have his cerveza.
Wait, what was wrong with that?
I don't know what that means. Who is Brad and
Beer?
Why? Yeah, I know what cerveza is.
Yeah, I don't know who's
I'm nearly fluent in Spanish, but I don't know who's Brad. No, we don't know. Okay, Shady.
don't know.
Any response to why you?
I mean, I don't look down on her at all. She hanging out with her friend. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
the other quarterbacks, they got a lot in common.
What's that?
Stop playing. Come on now. Come on now.
Hey, listen. My girl Terrence Smith 215.
What up, T. Smith?
Come on. Me and Acho's pick said, well, this was an awkward conversation to enter the Speakeasy hearing. Hey guys. Yeah, we're sorry. If you just tuned in and you missed like all of the preface material about Kieran gobbling another man's glizzy, it does sound crazy.
Another man's glizzy
And
is crazy.
in all honesty, T. Smith, that's why we kept you on our team.
Yeah, we didn't even want you over there with all them HR
All
violators.
that, whatever's going on over there. Remember, they got Central Cast. Central Cast hasn't even dropped a super chat yet, T. Smith.
Nah, he
And the
hasn't.
show already gotten off the rails.
Yeah.
So just so you know, that's why we wanted
That's
you.
why we wanted you in a safe space.
Safe space.
On Team
I ain't gonna lie
Nacho
though,
Social
man, like,
Trade.
that's-
This is not a safe space for me. Y'all
man.
are
I don't wanna hear
liars.
that.
Y'all
I
are
don't wanna hear
hypocrites.
that. Listen,
Y'all
I
are
got two
far
more,
worse than
and then
me.
we got to keep the
Far
show moving.
worse.
Mosey, the wrestling guy, said, "Yo, Speakeasy, what's good, Carebear?" So, okay, so big a damn alligator would run from him. I'm playing. I love you, Carebear, and I will protect you from Shady next year with our Cowboys. Well, you got another Cowboys fan. Yeah, he's weird.
Hey,
Now the Cowboys
he
coming
calls
that
us
shit,
cute.
though.
Can we get a read last and then I gotta say this?
Okay, man. Last one I got is also from Trav Too Real again. Our truck driver said Wemby should have been fined. That's it. Elbow was bad, but I love the aggressiveness. The Pistons beat Mike up so bad he spent his whole summer lifting, bring back rivalries in the NBA, and veto foul baiting. Trav, I love that take.
Yeah.
Yo, no, Trav, that was pretty good, man. Hey, buckle up them seatbelts on that road.
Oh, facts. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Truck drivers.
And when it get late, crack the window and put that gangster shit on. That's what I do.
Right.
Never been in an accident ever. Number 2, I gotta say this, Acho. You know what I mean? It ain't my show, but I'm feeling good. And I gotta be honest. We gotta give some respect to that man Trey, man.
Yeah.
Right? Because when he reads all that stuff, like he puts his own little swag on, his own little energy.
Come on now.
Right? If it's down, he's speaking down. You know what I mean? Like Trey, that's pretty good, bro.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Shady. I
Yeah.
appreciate the
He had
love,
extra
bro.
time to read though.
Yeah, thanks.
He wasn't playing sports in high school.
Yeah. No,
Oh, that's
facts.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, him and Karen just didn't even get sweaty.
Whoa. I was outside in that Texas
Oh,
sun.
Kieran got sweaty.
I played a sport in high school.
He
Where your
sweats
varsity
standing there.
jacket at? I have one.
Can you fit your varsity jacket?
Hell no.
I didn't think so.
Of course not.
If
What
I
are you
had a
talking
jacket
about?
from high school, I might could still fit it.
Oh,
That's crazy.
It's because
man.
you 5'9" still.
The funniest
You
part-
never grew up.
Hey, wait, you know what's crazy though?
Well, I need you to grow down.
I always slim down. You can't go up.
yo,
I need
wait,
you to go
that's-
down. That's the problem.
You know what'd be funny though?
Because that Brazil's looking pretty big
Wait,
across
nah,
your
it is.
chest.
It's a big
brother.
one.
Yeah. I've never seen Jordan's legs that far apart on the logo. That's crazy.
Damn. I've never seen a grown man wear Jordans a size 6 before, but that's your thing. I ain't know.
Okay, read the next
Look,
topic,
man,
Brett.
we gotta keep it pushing. More schedule release news. Buffalo is gonna host the Lions at the Bills' new stadium on Thursday Night Football in Week 2. Debut of the new stadium that they have up there in Buffalo. Still outdoors though. Still outdoors. Who do you guys have more faith in going into this next season? The Lions or the Bills?
To me, it's the Bills. It's always the Bills because the Bills got Josh Allen. Bills got Josh Allen, and they don't have as much coaching turnover as you might think. Joe Brady, I get they have a new head coach, but he was the offensive coordinator that helped unlock MVP level Josh Allen, not Ken Dorsey. So I think the Bills are going to be upset they didn't win the division last year. The Bills are finally going to get a break for having not won the division. For those that are unfamiliar, both with the Speakeasy and with how NFL schedules work, when you finish as the 2 seed in your division, you get to play the other 2 seeds in the AFC. When you finish as the 1 seed in your division, you are forced to play the other 1 seeds in the AFC. The Bills have won the division 6 or 7 years straight, so for every single year, they have to play the toughest schedule. Well, last year, given that they didn't win the division, now they get a break. Now, instead of having to run around and play the 1 seed in the AFC North, the 1 seed in the AFC South, the 1 seed in the AFC West, now they get to play the 2 seeds. You get to avoid some of those dominant teams of years past, of decades past. So I actually have more faith in the Bills. I got more faith in what Josh Allen has going on. I also don't think the Lions realize how much they might miss David Montgomery and the spell he used to give Jahmyr Gibbs. So for me, 2-5, more faith in the Bills.
I'm gonna go with Bills also. You know what? It's something about this Lions team. Still got a lot of talent, a lot of players. But ever since Ben Johnson left, that fear on the offense for me has left. Right? They don't run the ball just as good as they used to. They don't throw the ball just as good as they used to. And I'm thinking about them as like the defense is always like kind of up and down. They make really good plays in big moments, but not super consistent. I've lost that fear factor with the Lions. About 2 years ago, I was like, man, Lions, you don't want to see them because they could probably beat anybody in the league. Now I look at them, I don't feel like that. And maybe because Ben Johnson's not there and just the offense still is a good offense, but it's not as scary as it once was when Ben Johnson.
That's very fair. I mean, I think the Lions peaked. If we're being real, the Lions window was that when they had those 2 back-to-back years,
man.
They could have beat the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Ayuk makes that phenomenal catch. Some would call it lucky. I think the Lions have already peaked. I think now the Lions are going to have to figure out both how can they retain all that young talent on the roster, and they got a lot of those dudes under contract, but like, have you maximized the talent on the roster? And most importantly, have you maximized Jared Goff? Sean McVay looked at Jared Goff, went to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff, and said, I can't win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Moved off of Jared Goff and got himself Matthew Stafford. In the same breath, the Detroit Lions have gotten to an NFC championship game, if I'm not mistaken, with Jared Goff. That might be the Lions' ceiling. Sean McVay's ceiling with Jared Goff could be a Super Bowl. Dan Campbell's ceiling with Jared Goff, it might just be an NFC championship game. And with all due respect, if this was the peak of Jared Goff's tenure in Detroit, it was great. You go to a Lions team that hadn't been to an NFC Championship game in 31 years. I believe they were tied with the Dallas Cowboys with that longest drought. They break that streak. They get to a championship game. Jared Goff has done well. I don't know, Kieran, that he can do any better. I don't see Jared Goff out-dueling Jalen Hurts, out-dueling Matthew Stafford.
Come on now.
I already saw him go up against Brock Purdy. I don't see him out-dueling some of the Jaden Daniels. I just don't see it happening. Caleb Williams, I don't see it happening, Kieran.
Yeah, no, I agree with Shady. I think the fear factor on that offense, even though they are immensely talented with Amon-Ra St. Brown, with Jahmyr Gibbs, now adding Isaiah Pacheco as the second option instead of David Montgomery, Jared Goff, I still think he's a very, very solid quarterback. That fear factor is gone, though, without Ben Johnson there. And it seems as if in that division, watching the Vikings kind of take a step back, letting Sam Darnold go and having J.J. McCarthy go out there, and then watching the Lions take a step back, it's now a Bears and Packers division like it had been in the early 2010s. And I think it's now it's a tough situation for Jared Goff. You're awesome. You're great. I think he's one of the best players, one of the best quarterbacks that I've ever seen put on a Lions uniform. Yeah. Genuinely. But he's going to win some games here and there. They're going to be a fringe wild card, maybe a divisional contender, but they're not the same contenders that they were with Ben Johnson. It was awesome. It was a great run, but I do think Dan Campbell is very reliant, and I like the fact that he took the reins, called his own plays last year, and they weren't a bad offensive team by any stretch of the imagination. But with the amount of talent that you have, you shouldn't be. I don't think the Lions are true contenders moving forward, though. In the NFC, they had their window. Their window was those 2 years, and they're not going to be able to get it done again.
Window crack, man.
I think that's the take. I don't think the Lions are true contenders anymore. Like, the Lions will continue to be a 10-win team. They're really good.
Yes.
Not a really good, excuse me. They're a good team.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're still an elite team. But 2-5, if you really think about it, if to say the Lions aren't elite is an indictment on the quarterback. Lions have a top 3 offensive line in football, maybe the best right tackle in football, given that Lane Johnson's dealt with injuries the last couple of years. Lions have maybe the most electric running back in all of football, a top 3 to 5 running back in all of football. Lions have a top 3 skill position group, maybe top 5 if you want to be lenient, top 5 skill position group between Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Lions have a top 5 edge rusher in Aiden Hutchinson. Got a good linebacking core. So if the Lions 2-5 aren't legitimate contenders, with all due respect, it's a Jared Goff issue. It's not a Detroit Lions issue, or it's a Dan Campbell issue.
Okay, what about coordinator issue?
Yeah.
Because the coordinator ain't been the same since Ben Johnson left.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they used to be a team where I was like, whoa, you ain't trying to go to Detroit. I mean, they get rough in Detroit on the streets, but they get rough when you play them on the field. Now, I don't feel like that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it rough on the offensive side. I watch their team and offense sometimes where they don't produce. And they got a lot of great weapons, and I still think they're a good offense. From Jamison Williamson to St. Brown's over there, and obviously Jahmyr Gibbs being one of the best in the league. So, and Jared Goff is solid, right? Yep. Got tight ends, you got everything. Running back, tight end, you got everything you want.
You have everything you need.
But they just don't come off. They don't fear that fear.
Yeah, the fear factor is gone with Ben Johnson. I still think they're a great offensive team. It's going to be tough for them. Now, on the flip side, we were talking about the Bills. Do you think the Bills can continue to be contenders as long as Josh Allen is there? And is this a situation now moving forward with this year? Josh Allen, is he out of excuses now?
I mean, excuses. I don't never give Josh Allen an excuse because he don't need them. But I think they're going to be solid. And then you bring DJ Moore over there?
Yeah.
I wish they could have got somebody a little better for that type of trade. But I think he's good enough. I think with Josh Allen there, they're going to do some special things. When Josh Allen got a true number one, y'all stop playing around. Y'all know how he get down. Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is one of the best receivers in the league. But we didn't look at him like that when he got with Josh. Same thing with Josh. I think that was a great mixture. So when you bring a number one receiver over there to Buffalo, this is the results you get. You get an MVP. You get an all first team. You get all that with Josh Allen with a number one receiver. So, and then you add in the Cook. Cook is only getting better. I've been watching James Cook for a while, and every year he gets better and better and better. I think Buffalo is close to making that run that we all think they should eventually get, and that's the bowl. That's the bowl. When Pat can't win them all one year, go in there and get one of them things, Josh. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Got to.
The question for me, and I agree with everything Shady's saying, but is DJ Moore enough? Like, is DJ Moore enough? Game on the line. It's 3rd and 4. The whole world knows we're going to you, DJ. Will you win?
Do the whole world know that?
Can you win?
Nah,
because you can go Josh. You can go Josh too.
You can go Josh. You can go Dalton Kincaid. You can go Khalil Shakir.
Against the Houston Texans, is DJ Moore enough? Against Pat Surtain, Is DJ? This is who we're talking about now. Is DJ Moore enough?
I don't think
Against
the Bills
Christian
have a
Gonzalez,
championship roster.
Is DJ Moore enough?
I don't think the Bills have a championship roster. I don't think they've had a championship roster the past couple of years. They did, I think, 2022,
But they
2023.
didn't. But they didn't need one. They ain't need one. I think
No, you have a championship quarterback.
They need a receiver. They got one. DJ Moore might not be a top 8, top 10 receiver, but he's good enough to win with. He's a good receiver.
Yeah. Is he good enough to win it all with? Because that's the question.
think
Win with, you're right.
I think Josh is that good.
Yeah.
And all he needs is that next piece. I mean, look who he was throwing the ball to.
Yeah.
And I ain't disrespecting them dudes over there, but come on.
Either way, that young bull, he's not even young anymore. He got to step up eventually. Keon Coleman. I think the Bills will. He is the secret to the Buffalo.
He's
Bills.
not. No, he's not.
Shady. If Keon Coleman is irrelevant, Bills are second.
What has he been for the first 3 years of his career?
And what have the Bills done?
Or the 2 years?
The Bills have been.
So now-
Bills are going to
but
win.
they haven't
so
needed
now
we
him,
got
though,
number
is it?
one now. We have number one.
But I think you need a 1,200 yard receiver and an 800 yard receiver.
I think Shakira could be a 700, 800 yard receiver.
Fair.
Now, look, we do need to get to some super chats because we've had some absolutely out of pocket claims and just it's ridiculous in here.
Oh no,
It's ridiculous right now. What's happening?
No. It's not ridiculous.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Team Acho and Team Social Trade, we saw this coming from the start.
That's cool.
We have made Speakeasy history with the first trade request ever. 214 Mr. DFW dropped a 50 ball and said, astronaut bear, out of pocket bear, left cheek, right cheek, between the cheek, pause bear, I assume bear, Eminem 8 Mile living life like you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, bear. It makes sense you are a cowboy bear. Trade me to Team Acho and trade right now. Yeah, we got our
trade
first
demand.
trade request.
That was a request.
Oh, yeah, you
That
right.
was a demand.
That was a demand.
That was a demand.
That's crazy. Yo, he
So-
told the agent, do that shit right now.
That was a demand.
So let's get this in order, right?
That was
So
pretty, that was
one,
a pretty good chat.
we don't
That was
negotiate.
great.
One, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Two, you love the Eagles so much. You love the other team so much that you don't want to be on a winning program. We don't even need you, buddy.
Discord.
But guess what? I'm not going to trade you. You can sit right on that bench, and we're still going to handle business, okay? You're not getting traded, pal. As a matter of fact, you're signing that franchise tender, or you can sit out. I don't care if your back hurts. I don't care if your leg hurts. I don't care if your feelings are hurt, okay? Trade request is absolutely insane, and no, I'm not doing it. Maybe you could join Team Shady. But I need to be compensated on the back end, and that's just not going to happen. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. Sorry.
On
And also,
end?
hold up.
Compensated
No,
on
no,
which-
Trey,
on
let's
which
be
end?
honest. Let's be honest.
which
No,
end?
Trey, hold up. Let's be honest.
Okay.
He asked to go to y'all's team, and didn't you already deny his request because he wanted to keep Victor Moan Jr.?
Yeah, the trade proposal was.
They don't even want you.
That's a lie.
They don't even want
That's
you.
a lie.
They don't think you're worth it.
Mr. 214, Mr. DFW.
Have fun on the bench, pal.
You were on our board. You were on our trade board.
Hey, guess where he's at now? The bench. He's sitting right next to Coach.
Well, I never said.
He's sitting right next
First
to
of
Coach.
all, I have to confer with my co-GM
Yes, sir.
before any decisions are made. But the trade proposal was 214 for Vic Damone.
He's not on the
And
block.
I know my dog Acho well enough to know.
He's not on the block.
We're not trading that.
Come on now.
We're
He's
not
not on the
accepting
block.
that trade. Listen, Dustin Russellberg also jumped in the super chat and said, I know this is completely off topic, but is there a way to do a military appreciation show like all the super chats go for donation to a military charity for Memorial Day? I'm only asking because I think we all need to support our vets and family of our fallen. Listen, I am married to a military vet, okay? She's been in the game for a long time. She's like 10 years away from retirement. She's been in the military so long. I love our vets. But that is not my call to make. You have to talk to this stingy Nigerian to my right and ask him if he's going to donate any super chats to a military charity for Memorial Day.
We know how Shady feel. He backed the red. He backed the white.
Yeah.
And the blue.
And the blue. So, Acho,
now.
your
You know how
patriotism
Shady
is on the line. Dustin Russellberg has asked you to put it front and center.
It will sure be considered.
It'll be considered.
That's
It'll
funny,
for
man.
sure be considered.
Yeah, I can tell you what's gonna happen. This is what the consideration is gonna look like. Acho's gonna say, yeah, we're gonna donate to military vets. He's gonna send all the money to my wife and then ask for it back after the show. I already know. I know. That's how he's gonna go. Oh, I donated. We donated to a vet. And then the vet was asked to get the money back. Last one I got, we got to keep the show moving. Joe Lift said, what's up, Speakeasy fan? By the way, Trey is pronounced Waco Lifts. Thank you. Because he's like Filipino or something.
Well, get the name right then. Get the name right then, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that pronunciation. So Waco Lifts, not Joe Lifts. Appreciate that. Waco right. Short for Joaquin, I figured, but I was just reading the name. So anyway, Pink Eye Bear. I too enjoy glizzies. The shits are fire.
Yeah.
But eating ass is high key wild, dog. Sorry, Mama Bear.
Yo,
how's that wild?
Pink Eye Bear, yeah.
What's his name?
That was Waco.
We just lying? Like
Joaquin,
I'm the only ass eater in here?
Waco Lifts.
Waco
Why we lying?
Waco Lifts. Crazy.
Look at Acho. Look at how quiet he got.
No,
Why we lying? See, he's not denying it. Why?
Karen, you're on your own,
Bro, you're married. You're married. Troy,
Huh?
y'all all coming down with me, bro.
No.
This is
time out. I'm not going down anywhere with you, brother. You, especially not no glizzy ass eating man. I'm not going down nowhere with you, brother. You are on that island by yourself.
What's up, man? Listen, I'm not on any island. Hold on, hell no. You're not gonna implicate me with that.
That's all I got to super chats. I don't know where you want to move us next.
Look, man, we gotta
crazy
keep it pushing. Nick Wright had something to say about Joel Embiid's presser yesterday where he had his child in front of him. I'll let you guys take a listen.
I want to say one other thing because I've said this many times, but now it has come up again. Bringing children to press conferences after losses should not be allowed. And I think Joel Embiid is obviously an awesome family man and a great dad.
Who's gonna say that though?
And when we first saw it with, I think it was Steph's daughter, Riley.
Right.
It was, not only was it adorable, here's the other thing, it was in the midst of them always winning and all the press conference stuff was just celebratory. And so it was cute, and there was never oh man, I kind of need to ask him an awkward question, but he has this adorable child with him.
Right.
It is, whether intentional or not, the ultimate effect is your kid is shielding you from what could be tough or uncomfortable questions. That is the point of those press conferences.
Fellas, do you guys agree or take issue, or do you guys agree with Nick Wright and take issue with Embiid bringing his kid to the podium after they lost?
What do you think, Tufal?
Go ahead.
I agree with Nick Wright, actually. In large part because oftentimes we have to put our boxing gloves on when kids are around. And at the end of the day, we want to address the athlete, and we want the athlete to address us like an adult. Like, I fully understand the family aspect of things, and there's always family first. But we don't have Shady got kids, Trey got kids. Like, we don't just have kids on set right now because there's a certain time for professionalism where kids are not necessarily to cross that boundary at that time. And so whenever there's literal psychological and scientific evidence that if you are holding a child, you will get less emotionally hostile, et cetera, et cetera. To me, I think it's just kind of like unintentionally cowardly. And I say unintentionally because I don't think Embiid's doing it intentionally. I think Embiid's probably like, you know what, I just had one of the biggest letdowns of my last 365 days. Let me have one of my most prized possessions near and dear to my heart. But that's just, in my mind, not the time for it. I think that's the time to stand up there, answer the questions. Don't put reporters in a tough position, because ultimately that's what you're doing. You're putting the reporter in a tough position. If the reporter asks a question that comes off as cruel, now you can be like, man, why would you ask that with my child there? That's just, I don't like that.
So you and Nick Wright think that they're putting the reporter in a tough situation when the child's up there to say something negative about the player, the way he played?
You might offend the child.
Ain't no such thing, because when these reporters, right, that don't know how I feel to be on that locker room and be on that court and you lose, right, and then when people talk about you, they don't know how that feels.
Yep.
So, that same time when these reporters talk bad about players, when the son's not up there, you don't think the son can read the paper? You don't think the son got friends? You don't think the son got social media? So when you're talking bad about their dad and they gotta go to school and answer for that, you think the reporter cares then? But the reporter cares now. Listen, my thing is, if you want to bring your son up there to play, why not? This is experience for the kid. You know, his dad's been up and down hurt, probably going through mental toughness and things like that. To see him up there with his son talking about the game, I respect it. So, yes, I don't mind if players bring their kids to a press conference after a game.
Does it matter win or loss? You don't care either one.
Well, why the game matter? If they lost, well, why does it matter?
Because I think if I was going to ask a question to Embiid about like staying in Philly impacts his son potentially if his son lives with him. That could be like, man, I'm not trying to, with your son there, talk about your son having to move schools or your son having to leave his friends or now. Like, you try to protect kids. I don't have kids. You know better than me in regards to this. But to my knowledge, I've been taught, especially at a certain age, you want to shield kids from certain things, right? Hopefully Diana Rossini's son isn't learning all of these things about him being named Mike and things like that. So to me, this just isn't protecting the child.
That's what I'm telling you, though. I'm sure one day his kid's going to hear what you said, what Karen said, what everybody said about the mom. They're going to see it. They're not going to be happy about it. So what I'm saying is, I don't mind when kids are on the platform and after the game. I don't mind it because they've heard worse from these reporters anyway.
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
It's more of an experience anyway. It's more of an experience.
Can I be honest? The coward here is the reporter.
Scary.
Yeah.
Break that.
That's the coward. It's not Embiid.
Scary.
Because when I think about situations like this that are contentious or, you know, kind of polarized on one side or the other, let me look at it from Embiid's perspective. Don't tell me how or what or when to do anything with my kids. They're my kids. I help give birth to these kids. I'm raising these kids. I provide for these kids. So you don't get to dictate anything that goes on with my children. That's number one from Embiid's perspective. From a reporter's perspective, the choices you make with your kids don't dictate what I have to do and what I'm called to do as a job. So as a reporter, that kid's not getting in the way of me doing my job. I'm going to ask the tough question regardless. Now, maybe instead of using a word like, Embiid, you played ass today. How do you feel about that? I may curtail my language a little bit, but I'm still going to ask the question enough to where I get across what I want to get across. So if anybody's the coward here, if you let something like a little kid sitting in Embiid's lap, a professional player that's been in the limelight, the media for X amount of years, get in the way of answering a tough question or asking a tough question, I can't rock with that. I think that's coward.
Here's why, job better.
Here's why I disagree with that, though. There's often times where, before bad news is delivered, right? You married with kids. You've dealt with good news, I'm sure, in life. You dealt with bad news. Yep. I'm sure at times you're like, hey, Malin, can you leave the room?
Yeah.
Or I'm sure an adult has walked into a room like, hey, Trey, can I talk to you one-on-one for a moment?
Yep.
And it's because there's a certain level of maturation that has to exist sometimes before certain conversations are had, particularly hard conversations. So I'm not going to be ignorant to the fact of, like, if I see a 5-year-old child sitting on someone's lap, out of respect, I'm going to submit the need to do my job in this moment to protect this kid. But why did you put me in a position to have to submit the need to do my job for the sake
first
of
all,
this kid?
I keep telling you, the players run everything. The reporters don't mean nothing. That's the truth. Nobody cares what the reporter has to ask. They care what the player has to say. So, and that fact is like, it don't matter what the reporter opinion is because they don't count. They don't matter. But I ask you this, though.
Well, hold on. Before you ask that, can I respond to Acho real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to ask, what was part of, okay.
Go ahead, Shady. Go ahead.
No, because it's more of like, well, damn, we ain't forget about
My
this.
fault.
The point being,
oh yeah.
Yep.
Yo, hopefully your boss is cool with that. Hopefully your boss is okay with stuff like that. You know what? I didn't want to ask the question because it was tough. His kid was there. Because some bosses don't care about that. It's a production business, and if you can't ask that question because his son's there, then we need to get somebody else to replace you. That's the NFL, that's the NBA. That's their rules.
yeah.
I was just gonna say, Acho, I think what is the tough question that you have to skirt around with his son being there? Like, I can't think of a question
that's what
or
I'm thinking,
something like so tough or challenging.
Are you gonna ask something that's gonna like make the kid cry though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's a world where
What are you asking that's making the child like that upset though?
I even think
It's not worded
I even
poorly.
think it's this. I think it's like you're getting also a distracted athlete. Like, this is the last time we're going to hear Embiid speak, potentially as a Philadelphia 76er. Right? So, hey, Embiid, can we get your attention, please? Yeah. Like, bro, when you go to podiums, when LaShawn McCoy's called to the podium, half the time it's LaShawn McCoy. Emmanuel Acho can't walk up to the podium with Shady when I'm in Philly. Shady might be my dog. I'm just going to sit here next to Shady and ha-ha and kiki.
Yeah.
No, like, we want LaShawn McCoy's undivided attention. Cool. Glad that's your dog. Acho, wait by the car. So to me, there's also just something to like, and if you can play the NBA sound when he's talking to his kid, answering the question, talking to his kid, answering the question. Like, to me, it's just like, now's not the time. But in the chat, what y'all think?
This is the funny thing though with it. You're like, what question are you gonna ask him that's gonna make the kid feel a certain way? But then also, even more than that, It's not Joel Embiid's job to care whether that reporter gets a scoop or
saying.
not. He doesn't care. If this is Joel Embiid's last time being a Philadelphia Sixer at a press conference, he doesn't give a shit if his son was in his lap, if he said absolutely nothing to the media, or if he said a whole lot to the media. He doesn't care. Yeah. So, like, my thing is getting him to care about it. Sorry, Nick Wright, that's a reporter's issue. And like I said, like, sure, you could say, oh, he's hiding behind the kid to not have to answer tough questions. He's not liable to answer tough questions regardless. He could sit there and give the I'm just here so I won't give fine, just like Marshawn Lynch the entire time if he didn't want to answer anything anyway. So to me, it's a non-issue that shouldn't have been brought up. Don't tell a grown man what to do with his own children at the end of the day. That's just how I feel.
But it's not even that though. It's if I say, Trey, don't bring your daughter in the studio, that's me telling a grown man not to do.
Trey works for you. Embiid doesn't work for that reporter. He doesn't work for the Philadelphia Times or whatever.
But what you do have to do, though, is a part of your contract is media stipulations. That's why if you don't do it, Marshawn Lynch, you do get fined.
Sure. Yeah.
So a part of your it's not as though players don't work for the media, but the NFL is the media. The NFL is in bed with the media. So a
NBA,
part of your contract, and the NBA in this instance. So a part of your contract stipulations are, hey, you have to do this appearance. So obviously, it's not a mandate, hence why athletes do it.
And he could answer it whichever way he wants, though.
What if Trey is 80% or 70% of your business?
Yep.
And you say that to him.
That's a good point.
And look at you like, what? Yeah. Right? When bees don't like imagine, it's funny, it's not funny, but it is funny to me because I couldn't even imagine like a media rep or the main media guys like, hey, Shady, you can't bring your son up there. I'm gonna keep walking, I ain't even hearing him. Yeah. So imagine telling Embiid that, and he makes way more money than I ever made. Yeah. Like that's what I was saying. Like the media, and I'm part of the media. I get it, but we're nowhere like the player. The player matters. Yeah, that's you can always replace some media guys, right? You can't replace some of these players.
Yeah, I agree with I'm usually on the side of the media versus the athletes, but I'm with Shady right here. The athlete is the scoop. Like, at the end of the day, so it is what it is. It's a gripe.
What's up with these super chats, bro?
Yeah, listen, we definitely got a couple super chats that we can get to. Trav Too Real again. Listen, my man is a volume shooter. Said feeling like Wilt again, gentlemen. Put dude on the bench and start Trav. Carebear, you gonna have to consult with TJ. He's asking you got a disgruntled player. He's looking to replace him. He said even though my dog,
you're on a winning team and you're crying and complaining because you don't like the way I talk. You think the Patriots? You think Tom Brady was upset because Robert Kraft was involved in some crazy stuff? No, they won championships after that. Cry about it some more, bro.
I don't know.
Cry about it.
Trav Too Real goes on to say, even though my dog Shablickety Bear did bad as a Pats fan,
Shablickety Bears.
I don't mind the boys. Glizz Bear, you won an immediate score. The rookie of the year is a free agent. Now, y'all know all these trade talks and rumors. Victor Mo Jr. jumped in the building and said, first of all, Team Carebear needs to get the death penalty.
Damn. Ooh. Well, that's for
the conduct of the GM.
Y'all are sensitive.
He said the conduct of the GM has been wild and needs to be addressed. Got more glizzies than Gatorade on the sideline. Also, he should forfeit his salary to Trey. I like everything about that.
Well, first off, we have a disgruntled team member, right? We care about 214 Mr. DFW. We want him to be on the team. The same way Howie Roseman, as it is right now, he is a member of Team Kieran and TJ, and we're the winning team. We have the best team in all of sports media. So guess what? We're gonna address that internally. As far as this comment from Victor Moan Jr., we don't care what the ops have to say. You would love it to see our downfall. You would love to see a death penalty because y'all can't beat us on the court right now. Unfortunately for you, we're going to be back. Whether 214 is playing, whether he's not playing, we're still a better team. Top to bottom. And we're going to continue proving that.
Benching the top 3 pick is crazy, but Acho and I would never do something like that.
Okay.
But anyway,
I got depth. Sugar Mama Shannon's ready to step up. Okay. We got team.
All right, listen. Paykel42 said, Acho, brother, I told you about how you be disrespecting Steph. Just seen last show. Glad Shady and my brother, Hot Dogs Are a Sandwich Bear, was there to talk you down with that 04 Pistons versus Warriors convo, and Dre had way more offense than Ben.
That's true.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but we weren't saying they would beat him.
Yeah.
Kieran
So
said
they
who's the best matchup.
I never seen Ben score. Did he do alley hoops?
Ben Wallace?
Yeah. Ben Wallace ain't scored.
I
think he averaged like
6.9, I think.
No, I don't even think he averaged that many.
Nah, it was bad,
Can you pull it up?
Yeah,
I think he averaged like
alley hoops though. I don't
know. He was on the cover of 2K5, and that was my first.
Before?
Yeah, he was on the cover of 2K5.
Yeah, with the afro.
I like Ben Wallace. He was a good player.
Let me see his career
Ben
numbers.
Wallace career stats, he averaged 5.7 points.
Yeah, not even 6.
Yeah,
His DPOY years, he averaged 9.7
Wait, hold on.
and
Let me
7.3.
see if I got that pool. I see 6.9. What year was that?
6.9. His DPOY year, that was the year after.
Dang.
The championship year, he averaged 9.5.
Bet.
He never averaged double digits in his entire career.
No, he didn't.
How long? He played 16 years.
He played, 16 years.
Would have been a hell of a matchup, though.
It would have been. It would have been fun to watch. It'd have been fun to watch.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think it would have been a sweep.
They don't have enough, dude.
They don't have enough offense.
Bro, you can't watch that Pistons team beat the Lakers 4-1 and say they would have got swept.
It's
Yes,
it's
I can.
matchup,
I
bro.
absolutely can.
It's
matchup.
wild.
Absolutely
They beat
can.
the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq.
It's the
4-1.
match. It's the
Warriors
matchups.
the Warriors beat LeBron with Kyrie 4-1.
And so the Pistons aren't getting swept.
Wait,
Yes, they are.
They
They're getting swept.
They swept
they're
LeBron.
They swept LeBron the year after that.
Yeah, LeBron
they
without
went
Kyrie.
16-1 in a playoff run. No, they're winning.
They're not getting that Pistons
Bro.
team got way too much dog.
This is
You think Ben
nostalgia.
Wallace,
This is
Tayshaun
nostalgia.
Prince, Rip
Rasheed
Hamilton,
This is straight nostalgia
they
bias.
will fight everybody before they get swept.
That's
Swept?
cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
not
Hey,
swept.
I always go to
Right.
non-basketball
Oh,
arguments. They're
swept,
getting,
but
and then
they're
you
not
got
winning.
they're getting swept.
Mr. Big Shot.
They're getting
No.
swept. They cannot score with the
Bruh.
Warriors. They're getting swept.
Bruh.
Defense can be your offense too.
Correct.
Kieran,
That's
in
so
basketball.
disrespectful.
Like,
But
that's-
it's not going to matter.
What you defending though?
What are you defending?
What
You're defending something
who
you've
they
never
defending?
seen.
Who they defending? Who are they defending?
All of them.
Who?
Right.
Wait.
Right.
What? Who? Wait.
Right.
we don't got to do it. We don't got to do it.
Please
Because we got
tell-
a
please tell
$100
me.
super
Okay.
chat.
Yeah, go to that then.
We got Josh the Menace in the building. Said, "What's up, fellas? Love the show. Been watching for a while. When are the excuses going to stop for Joshua Allen? Lamar won a unanimous MVP throwing to Willie Snead and Miles Boykin, but Josh Allen needs a true wide receiver one. He has an MVP. Now give him the same energy Lamar gets. Hashtag Ravens flock. Shady." As the resident Josh Allen proponent in the Speakeasy, what do you say to Lamar not needing a wide receiver one, but Josh Allen needing a wide receiver number one?
I mean, well, they tried. They tried to give him some number one help. They got some first round draft picks, so they tried to get him there. But I always talked about that Lamar did need one more wide receiver, and particularly like a big body receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, but shit, they give you a good offensive line, then they go out there and get you a good tight end. Because I mean, Mark Andrews is an elite
Bruh.
tight end. His backup is solid. His backup should be really a starter, right? Well, he's left now, but and then
Defense.
he gave you Derrick Henry.
You're out of your.
Wait, hold on. Derrick Henry,
yeah.
who's always up there for MVP. And then look at the defense.
Their defense is
The
ridiculous.
problem with
Yeah.
the Bills is not just the offense; it's the defense too.
Yeah, we talked about
And the
that.
Ravens got that.
Too many light-skinned dudes on the Bills defense.
I didn't say that because if they're your brother. If you light or dark, you know what I mean. If you got brothers on your team, you can always win.
That's facts.
Nah, I'm tired of that though. That,
Listen, 214 Mr. DFW said, "I'm signing with 25 Sports and I will be traded."
That's right. That's my thing.
Bro,
Listen
why
to
he
all
wants to
that.
be traded
This
so bad,
is
I
so
don't get.
much discord over there on
Wait,
Team
read that
Carebear and
again, read that
TJ.
one
Okay.
more again.
Let me read it one more time.
One more again.
214 Mr. DFW said, "I'm signing with 25 Sports
That's cool.
and I will be traded."
And guess what? I'm gonna give up a lot for him. I'm gonna say F them picks. I'm gonna come get you, dog. I'm gonna
Damn.
come get you.
Okay.
You'll say after picks.
F the picks. I'm
We can
coming to get
talk.
him.
We can talk.
Listen, Terrence Smith, our girl that are being Acho and Social Trade said, "I remember Shady having his son on stage with him at his Eagles Hall of Fame luncheon, and it was great. Fans and the interviewer pivoted questions to include the impact and legacy on his son. If you're good at your job, then kids' presence shouldn't matter."
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I agree with Terrence.
Yo,
See, because we got good picks over here on our team.
if you
She know what she
can't,
talking
if you
about.
can't do it, bro, you gotta get a new job.
If you scared to ask a
And-
question because the
and you know
kids'
what?
present.
Another thing is, when you talk like Philadelphia, don't care about none of them kids and all that. They don't care about none of that. They gonna ask all type of questions.
Yeah.
Man, Philly media is tough.
Yeah.
True.
It's tough, bro.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Listen, I got two more and then we got to keep it moving. Dustin Russellberg jumped back in the super chat and said, "Acho, how about doing interviews with vets like Trey's wife or NFL players that have served? I'm just trying to give some ideas." He's
Nah, we appreciate the ideas.
Yeah.
We do that.
yeah,
We'll for sure do that.
Sure. Now that he will consider, because if there's one thing this brother likes to do, it's talk. So interviews is up his alley. Our weird cousin Central Cast,
What up, Central Cast?
jumped in the
Central
super
Come on
chat
now, on the winning team.
and said, "All y'all can get this work in basketball. Shady may be shifty, but he can still touch earth. Acho, just stay out of this one. Your knees won't last long. Trey, you're trash. Non-high school playing mother." And Carebear wasn't even good enough to make the super chat,
No,
or you ran out
I
of
just wasn't
characters on
mentioning
your
because he knows what it is, bro. We're a winning
Yeah,
team over
it's
here.
crazy.
He's on our team. On our team. That's my number one pick. Y'all know how we come.
All right,
Come on now.
Whoa, I don't know how you.
Whoa,
yeah,
what the
boy.
wait?
Y'all know.
Yeah, nah.
What is going on, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Pull up.
not that. That's not a.
Y'all know how we
I'm
come.
not drinking
After the
anymore,
day
bro.
you've had,
I'm not drinking.
After the day you've
I'm
had,
not drinking,
Kieran,
bro.
Yeah,
it has
That
to be a
gotta be
double
a
shot.
double.
After
Oh
the
my
day,
gosh.
see,
Now he's
look
breaking
at
your
you.
shit.
That was him. He dropped my.
Yo, you
Now
talking
he's
about?
breaking your shit. Yeah. But you signed him for a max contract, so that's on you.
Yeah, sign
on
your
me.
franchise tender.
Meanwhile,
That's on me.
I'm
That's
over
my
here,
L.
you know,
That's my L.
withering away in my desk.
Yo, I'm so silly. So now I know why they keep saying sign the. Acho he just sent me mine. He just sent it.
Oh man,
Hold on now.
you holding out too? Damn, maybe I should have held out.
Wait, Shady and Care. I see what's going on here. Y'all have fun the rest of the show.
It's okay, Shady.
I'm
try walking
what's
out.
that called? Going on
Oh
strike.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm going on strike.
Hey, look at your team owners.
Why you leaving?
Look at your team
Guys,
owners.
How y'all get contracts? I ain't get no contract.
Look at y'all's team owners. 214. That's the team you want
I'm
to be
the
a part of.
hardest working mother.
Look at that. Come on now.
man.
Come on now.
All right,
Come on now.
All
Look.
right, bro.
Kieran, you gonna have to start reading super chats.
Nah, I'm telling you, bro. It's all good. It's all good. We got it. I'll show you.
We need at least one more licensed guy in the room.
Moving forward, we need to talk about some more stuff in the National Basketball Association. Trey can do whatever he wants, bro. I don't really care if Trey's here or not. He should have signed the damn franchise tag whenever he needed to. I'm gonna talk to him like Jerry did to Michael Parsons. Sign the shit. Okay? Anyway, also 214, you see what's happening with team owners. But look, moving forward, we got to talk about some news out of the NBA. Kendrick Perkins had a very interesting take on Jalen Brunson. I'll let you guys take a listen.
I'm going to tell you what's at stake for Jalen Brunson. What's at stake for Jalen Brunson right now? If he goes out and lead this team and wins the championship, he will be the greatest Knick of all time. Yes, I said it, the greatest Knick of all time.
The greatest Knick of all time. Do you guys agree with Kendrick Perkins here that if Jalen Brunson wins a ring, he's the greatest Knick ever?
He's the greatest Knick ever. He's not the greatest player to play in a Knicks uniform ever. So if Jalen Brunson wins a ring, that does make him the greatest New York Knick ever. But not the greatest player to play in a Knicks uniform. What do I mean? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the greatest Thunder ever. He brought the Oklahoma City Thunder their first championship, plus he's an MVP. Kevin Durant is the greatest Thunder's player to ever play in a Thunder uniform. And that to me is the difference. When you think about one of the greatest Eagles ever, I have to say Nick Foles. He brought the Eagles their first championship. Forget my words, walk up to the link and you got to walk past the statue of Nick Foles. He's one of the greatest because he won a championship. But he, by no stretch of the imagination, is one of the greatest players to ever put on an Eagles uniform. So Jalen Brunson, if you win a championship, bring the Knicks their first championship since the turn of a century, you are absolutely the greatest Knick ever. But I'd have to look at a man by the name of Patrick Ewing, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 7-time All-NBA player, 11-time All-Star, I believe a Rookie of the Year, All-Rookie team. I'd have to look at a man by the name of Patrick Ewing to say greatest Knick to ever wear that uniform. But Jalen Brunson, you bring them a chip in this era of basketball, as difficult as it is to win right now, oh yeah, you'd have to be the greatest
I
Knick
don't know if I
ever.
could agree with that.
Right, where you disagree
I
now?
think he might.
I broke it down.
I mean, because I'm going to give you some more examples. So you talked about Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
How we know that Kevin Durant is a better or greater player than SGA? How we know that? Because he's been playing longer? How we know
Yeah.
that? Because SGA, the track he on, dog, I don't know. He won another chip. That's 2 chips and the 2 MVPs back-to-back years.
Yeah.
Why he can't be better than KD?
Yep.
And I love KD. I'm just saying, like, the start of his career is really, really good. Let's go to Brunson, though. I love Patrick Ewing. My parents is from New York. They're from Queens, New York, so they love Pat, right? I had Patrick Ewing's on my feet back in the day.
Hell yeah.
But why is he better than Brunson? Because he going to have some all NBAs, right? He going to have some scoring. And he hasn't even been there as long as Patrick Ewing. And he about to bring him a ring? Man, okay. If he win and he goes, and then who you winning against? You going against OKC Thunder and you beat them?
True.
Man, please. I got to put him up there as the best Knicks player of all time.
If he goes out there and wins a ring, he's the greatest Knick player ever.
What?
I think,
And they had some great ones, too.
Yeah, they've had some great ones. I mean, well, obviously we're discrediting like Clyde Frazier right now. Well, Clyde Frazier back in the day, you know, one of the best Knicks ever. But still, Jalen Brunson going out there, he's already, in my opinion, better than Carmelo Anthony, given the playoff success that he has had
Greater.
already. Yeah, greater in a Knicks uniform. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that's what we're talking about as a Knick.
Yeah, but to see, you're saying almost what I'm saying. Because Carmelo Anthony is a better player than Jalen Brunson. I believe most people would agree Carmelo's all 75 player, all the
but
things.
he's been playing longer and all that. See,
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But like, here's what I know. Jalen Brunson's not going to win 2 Olympic gold medals. Patrick Ewing won 2 Olympic gold medals. Patrick Ewing was a 7-time All-NBA player, plus an 11-time All-Star,
3-time All-Defensive,
plus Rookie of the Year. So
Yep.
Jalen Brunson is not going to be a greater NBA player than Patrick Ewing, but he could be a greater Knick. That's why I'm like,
he's still
Patrick
working.
Ewing is.
He's still working, bro.
He's still great,
working.
though.
And he's doing great right now. He's doing great.
Yeah.
And he's leading them and he's winning. Bro, and if you go that, and then another thing is like when you talk about certain other teams, like we talk so much about OKC, we compare them to the Bulls, we compare them to the greatest Warriors, and you telling me if Brunson leads his team and he beats them, how is he not a better player than them dudes? And look, real quick, and his resume ain't sweet.
But his resume can't compare to Patrick Ewing.
Not right now. He's still growing. How much does the chip count? Like all pros count, all NBA count, those MVPs count. Right, first team, second, all that counts. I throw a chip in there, and I'm gonna be the MVP.
Are we not counting Walt Frazier though? Too, by the way, 2-time NBA champion.
No, Walt Frazier.
Walt Frazier's. I mean, like, bro, he's.
I don't know enough. I'm a bow out.
Walt Frazier, in my opinion, is the greatest.
We
Nick
gonna
of
look it
all
up,
time.
but I don't really know how home
I mean,
carried
I get it, but like modern era, yes, it's not like it's a different
conversation. During
conversation.
segregation, I don't really. That's why I draw the line of segregation.
It was okay.
He was line to draw.
He was. He got. Hold on. He got in the league 67,
If you
68.
agree the colors only water fountains, that's where I draw.
No, he was post several water fountains. Like right after it. Like genuinely right after it.
Right after.
But
Civil
also,
Rights Act was what, 63?
But like, how many teams in the league at this time? Because I'm thinking like we gotta look at all that, bro.
Yeah.
64 and 64.
Nah, it's tough. I mean, the league in the early 70s, I'm not sure.
67. I'm not going. I can't. Me and Max Kellum be talking about this. I'm like, yo. I can't talk about Jack Dempsey like that. Like,
yeah,
we couldn't even
like
watch
early 70s though.
I can't do all that.
Like he was winning rings under Dr. J.
Willis Reed is another.
Nah, he was not. He was nice.
Yeah, Willis Reed
He got hurt
another.
and came back and started getting busy.
My thing is,
I think he got a league MVP and won 2 championships for the Knicks.
But I will say this about Jalen Brunson though: him being able to lead this team to a championship in this climate, in this NBA, with the teams that are going to be coming out of the West, I think that's worthy of him being in that discussion. And actually, I really disagree with you on the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander thing. This year, he can win his second MVP, which will be more than Kevin Durant has had, which he's favored to do right now. And if he wins another ring as a number 1 option for the Thunder, it's not even a question that he's the best Thunder player ever. But I think he's right up Kevin Durant's alley in terms of how great he is as a player, period.
The problem is, I don't know if Shai wins all these things you say and his career ends on July 1st. I don't know if people would say Shai was a better NBA player than KD.
If it ends at 27 years old and he was a 2-time MVP and 2-time champ, everyone would be saying, damn, he was playing the game at a higher level than we've seen anybody play since Michael Jordan.
But didn't KD at 27, wasn't he a 2-time champ by then? Didn't he go
KD, no, he went afterwards. At 27, he was an MVP. He had made it to a finals. He lost in the finals in 2012. And then later on, I think it was like 28, 29.
With the Warriors,
is when he won his first one, I believe.
I just think, I mean, it's not fair to compare if you're just going to shut down this year or to shut down his career right now.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because like, we look at
he might have been.
Kevin Durant's career was he at 17 years? 16? 18? Something like that.
17,
so that's a lot of stats, a lot of years of playing. Brunson's at what, year 9, year 8?
Year 8.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You want a chip? And then it's who you beat.
Correct.
Can we put some respect on OKC Thunder?
That's the point you're making that I agree with wholeheartedly. The point you're making, I agree with this. If Brunson were to beat the Thunder, you would have had to beat a reigning MVP, probably a 2-time MVP, plus the reigning champ.
Now.
So if Brunson were to do that, now think about how we're going to think about it in retrospect. Shai's going to be so good, we're going to, in retrospect, like, bro, but Brunson beat Shai.
And he got to be nice to do that.
Yeah, bingo. And Shai was a top 10, 15 player all time.
And hold on. And when we start talking about the Ewings and the Carmelo Anthony's, that their careers are longer, so they have more stats. But like, y'all ain't do that. That matters.
He might do something that we haven't seen those other players. And that's my thing on Shai, though. He's doing things right now. If they win a championship this year,
he like Jordan already.
That's what I'm saying. He's one of 5 players in NBA history. Oh, he'll be one of 6 at that point to win back-to-back MVPs in the regular season and back-to-back championships. He's only happened 6 times. And those 6 guys are in GOAT conversations. It's Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan.
Come on, man.
Like, if he does that, it's great.
Company? Come on, man.
He'd be the only player to do that as well. So Kevin Durant hasn't done that.
Trey, knock it off. Come on, man.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah,
Trey.
that's impressive.
No, it's tough. But yeah, I do think Jalen Brunson, though, if he wins a ring, especially with the way Knicks fans are nowadays, he cements his spot as
Oh,
well.
last thing, I'm done with it, bro. You in New York doing all this? You know the attention you gonna get?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Bro.
Shoot, you think Odell Beckham was running
Trey,
stuff?
you didn't chime in. Your thoughts. Is Brunson going to be the greatest Knick ever with a chip?
I think so, bro. I think he has to. I think to
legend,
get a championship, like Kieran said, in this climate, with this stiff of competition, at his size, we haven't seen anybody his size lead a team to
Isaiah
a championship since Isaiah Thomas did it with the Bad Boys Pistons. I can't think of anybody.
Well, so he's a little guy, right?
Yeah, he's a little guy. So
I guess Steph Curry, he's different, I guess, right?
yeah,
He's also bigger than Jalen. But, like,
yeah.
So out of the last 25 years, who's been a
Isaiah.
number one? I'm saying 25 years.
Oh, 25
but
years.
who's been a number one that's a point guard on the championship team?
That's small.
You could say Chauncey Billups maybe, but was he really the
I'm
number
talking about
one?
small guards. I'm talking about small guards leading the.
Yeah.
Somebody said it on TV, and I was like, she's kind of right.
Yeah.
Like small guards really leading it like that.
Yeah, they
Hard
just
to
don't.
do.
It's hard to do.
Hard to
Like,
do.
think about like
Because
how
your
good
best-
Chris Paul is.
But what it is, your
He-
best player is probably your liability on defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to score too.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And it's harder to be efficient when you're small.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I remember
true.
hearing that take,
Yeah.
and I really looked into it, and I was like, think about how much easier it is for Giannis to get 2 points than for Brunson to get 2 points.
Exactly.
Or even
Yeah.
how about the same position, Cade?
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, big guard.
Big guard. Easier.
Big strong guard.
Yeah.
Fast guard. Got a
Bro-
crazy
brother.
handle.
You know how we get.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
facts.
Moving on to the last topic of the day here. We have to talk about this because it has just been absolutely ridiculous. Luka Doncic being hurt. It's been kind of tough. He's missed a lot of games with the hamstring. Ric Flair, two claps and a Ric Flair, has been probably one of the most outspoken people about his injuries. I'll let you guys take a listen to what he had to say.
Why are we being hard on Luka, Rick?
Balls.
Not being hard on Luka. I'm having fun. I'm such a Laker fan, and I just honestly believe. Of course, I don't know anything about the extent of his injury, but when the first time I saw it, I did the same thing to the quarterback for the 49ers a couple years ago. As I get back in the game, man. I've taken a cortisone shot and wrestled with a broken ankle, so I don't have much sympathy for the hamstring. But I know that they protect their future, and I don't blame them for that.
Fellas, he's been very outspoken, saying, just take a cortisone shot. I used to wrestle when I was hurt and had broken ankle, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Fellas, how do we feel about Ric Flair's comments on Luka Doncic missing games with his hamstring because, he used to wrestle hurt?
I'll go first real quick because I'm in this lane right here. I've played hurt, and I took them shots to play for my team, and that's like brotherhood we sign up for. Yo, we're going to get paid, and we're going to do our job, right? So I sign up for that. Only thing about this is different. A hamstring, shots don't really help you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a straight muscle or something like that. Like you pulling your hammy. So I've been there where you pull your hammy and nothing you can do but rest and treatment can get you better. Broken ribs, messed up shoulder, maybe knee sprain, ankle sprain, stuff like that. You could take a shot and it could deal with the pain. But the hamstring, you really can't even run it and be explosive or be yourself with them type of injuries.
I'm torn. I see what Ric Flair is saying because, he an old head. When you wrestle with, back in the day, they were just tougher. If I'm being honest, back in the day, football players were tougher, basketball players were tougher, athletes were tougher, human beings were tougher. This generation ain't as tough. But at the end of the day, if it's a soft tissue injury in his hamstring, you can't do anything with the hamstring, bro. So I'm not going to question Luka's toughness when I've seen Luka push through to lead his team to an NBA Finals. I've seen Luka push through to play in regular season games. Luka's not an individual that taps out of games, whether they're meaningless or of maximal meaning. So I'm not going to be the one to question Luka's toughness. I also think Ric Flair was just having fun with it, Kieran. I think he was having fun with it, but I see why.
I think Ric Flair is really thinking bro, I toughed it out and whatnot, which is also, can we be honest? Ric Flair saying this is an asinine take. It's a ridiculous take. Brother, you played play pretend fighting while oiled up in your underwear in the 70s and 80s.
Take.
And you're talking about someone playing an actual competitive sport. Look, I understand it does take some sort of physicality to go out there and wrestle. They're jumping off of tables and they're doing all this other stuff. I get it. But also at the same time, you can somewhat control that because it is a scripted event. I understand going out there if it's something scripted. He can go. Luka Doncic can go out there and practice whenever there's a structure to it. But going out there and having Lou Dort defend you for 35 minutes in a game and you have to contribute and not be a liability while you have a partially torn hamstring, bro, shut the hell up. Shut up. Really, shut up, Ric Flair. I'm sorry, shut up. This is not the WWE. This is an actual competitive sport that you can't control however many hits you're taking that night if you're really hurt. I don't know. That's frustrating.
I don't know though. You ain't gonna tell me that wrestling is not hard to do.
It is hard on your body. Absolutely.
Shape, and they be wrestling for hours. So you gotta be in shape. He's moving around. I don't think he's wrong for what he's saying. He feel like, yo, man, I play hurt. I've been injured. I've been wrestling for 3 hours on a bad ankle. So I get what he's saying. But the only thing is like the hamstring is way trickier. Those small tissue injuries.
I don't doubt that he could do that, but my thing is like you're dealing with pain. I'm trying to actually produce in a competitive sport.
You don't
like I'm not saying that he couldn't go out there and do that.
That's competitive, bro.
Yeah, you can't discredit that because it's scripted, bro.
So it's not so it's competitive, but it's scripted.
Yes, it's still there.
What's the competition element of something that's already decided when we have an outcome? I'm sorry. How is it competitive?
But you still
have to go out there. Yeah, you got to go out there and you have to sell it.
Who are you competing with?
Bruh.
It's scripted.
So let me tell you.
Is acting competitive if I'm having lines back and forth with someone on stage? Am I competing with them?
So tell me real quick though. So
acting is a very competitive industry. That's why they have the Oscars.
Let me ask you something. So if you're watching, right? So let's say they tie up, they're hitting each other, right? Then they throw him to the ropes. And he goes to the ropes and he runs back and he does all that's competitive because listen, if I'm showing you up, if it's scripted. And I'm looking way better than you. Do you don't think it's competitive? I'm trying to match your intensity. Who looks better doing it?
Caught in words because I see what Kieran is saying. Shady and Trey are right, literally, Kieran, in that there is competition.
Everything's competitive.
So let's say
it's not a competition, though.
There we go.
Everything's competitive in life. It's not a competition.
To see who looks the best.
Yes.
So if I throw you to the ropes and you jogging with it. You throw me to the ropes and I'm running through
it's competitive in the sense that some guys are really good at executing the script,
right?
And some guys are really not good at executing the script. So I think with this take from Ric Flair,
that's a real one, bro.
Number one, the Nature Boy's almost 80 years old.
Yep.
Yes,
he has drank more beer than probably a 5-mile radius of what we're in right now.
He has done more Colombian Bam Bam than anybody in a 5-mile vicinity.
Also, the WWE doesn't emphasize rehabilitation. Vince McMahon has created a culture of take this shot, put a Band-Aid on shit that really requires rehabilitation and get your ass back out there because we're on the road to do the next show tomorrow, which is also a tough and competitive element to WWE. Number 3, Ric Flair said, I'm a Lakers fan. So I think he's coming from a good place. He's just that old guy that's like, back in my day, I used to have to walk to school barefoot in 6 feet of snow, and there was no buses and heat. When I got to school, we heated with a wood stove oven. So it's just you can't take the Nature Boy too seriously with this.
I understand I can't take him too seriously because it was a dumbass take. Like it's like to me it's.
But it's also dumb to say that the WWE is not competitive.
It's not dumb to say it's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
I agree with that.
It's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
But then back to Kim's point.
I can't even say that. I can't even say that because I've watched WWE documentaries and that locker room back there is competitive, bro.
In the same way, any job in the world is competitive.
Yeah. But it's
not a competition. Am I competing? Hold on. No, I'm telling you right.
The more I hear you say this, I'm actually disagreeing more with
Shady, am I competing right now as hard as you did on the football field? In here?
No.
No.
Hell no.
But it's different things, though.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, but like I'm talking about on the physical part of it. I think it's still competitive on the physical part in wrestling.
Bruh. And Luka Doncic right now could go out there and probably give you more on the wrestling.
I'm going to give a hot take. It's actually more competitive because if you don't wrestle, you don't get paid. So they go on the road for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 out of 14 nights, and they're putting up shows. If I'm not good enough, if I'm not showing that I'm better than my competition, I don't get put in the ring. If I don't get put in the ring, I don't get paid. If Shady signs his contract and doesn't play 4 of the 16 games when he was in the league, he's still getting paid, regardless of if the backup is taking his minutes or if Shady's out there giving you minutes. So I actually think the WWE is more competitive. But
you think the WWE is more competitive than professional sports?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the competition part of it.
But if there is no winner, like if your competition doesn't lead to a winner, then
there is a winner though. When you are the baby face,
but it's already predisposed.
Not necessarily, because you have to prove that you deserve to be the John Cena of the league. You have to prove that you are worthy to be a Hulk Hogan, to be a Dwayne Johnson, to be a Stone Cold Steve Austin. You have to put in a lot of work.
Absolutely. Those guys are immensely
you still got
talented.
to weight train. You still got to lift. You still got to have endurance, conditioning, all of that.
You still got to sell it.
Then you have to have charisma on top of that. Then you have to be able to sell a fight and show that, like, oh, it actually looks like I'm getting...
Absolutely.
I believe that wrestling was real until I was about 10 or 11 years old, because those guys were so good at their job and selling you on the competitive aspect of it.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
I believe that wrestling was real longer than I believe that Santa Claus was real.
So wait, when Steve Austin is fighting against The Rock, and they both got big value and everybody knows,
bruh.
They not competing out there, you don't think?
Come on, bruh.
I agree with you. I think
a completely different argument than what the hell I was talking about.
Yeah,
like this is
yeah, they were having
for you to do that. I completely agree. I get where you guys are coming from.
What part?
I'm saying it's not a real competition. It's not
because there's a predetermined outcome.
No, because when I have a grade 2 hamstring tear, which is a partially torn hamstring, and I have to go out there and try to beat Lou Dort off the dribble, I'm getting embarrassed.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So for Ric Flair to be like, hey, in this thing that we can script and maybe we could go lighter in this area, we can not go lighter in this area, it's fucking ridiculous for him to say that.
Yeah.
But it's not a real competition. There's not someone really guarding Ric Flair out there. There's not someone really fighting Ric Flair out there. Ask Ric Flair if he was in an actual fight, like a boxing match or a UFC fight, he would have to pull the fuck out because there's real consequences. I'd actually get punched in the face.
Yeah. I know, but I don't think...
I agree with that. I agree with
That's
that.
like, I'm sorry, that's crazy.
Ric Flair, he said that, I don't know the level of extent of his injury. He said that.
Yeah.
So, because I don't think Ric Flair with a grade 2 hamstring could do wrestling either, though. You can't do wrestling either with a hamstring like that. You can't.
Maybe, yeah.
But the difference,
But if he's injured, a back or something like that, where some players in basketball are gonna sit out, bad shoulder, they might sit out, knee, they'll sit out. Where he's saying, "Yo, I played through that," and I think he did play through that.
Absolutely. But I think the thing that Kieran, you said best, and you just didn't elaborate on the point enough, is consequences. Because real sports have legitimate consequences.
Yes.
Shady go out there with bruised X, Y, and Z, and he misses this block. Real consequences.
But how am I having that though? Because I'm taking he's saying, dude, take a shot and play through it.
But the kicker is, in wrestling, if he were to do that, his people would protect him because your cohorts are. It's a dance. It's a dance. Hey, think about it. I saw what's the Acho Speed?
Yeah.
Right? He jumped off a joint, did a flip, had to land on a table. When he landed on him, they're propelling him to flip. Like they're catching him and breaking his landing.
Yeah.
So like the job of the entire thing is, hey, he's gonna do this backflip and land on you. Catch him. Don't hit him with a bow in his mistakes. He might break something. When he jumps and lands on you, Shady, cradle him and then fall into it and break his fall.
It's fake.
It's fake. It's
like
great what they do.
But they break bones.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
They
get really hurt.
No
one's saying it doesn't.
I'm not saying I'm just saying if Luka Doncic is out there, Lou Dort isn't like, oh, let me protect your hamstring.
Yeah.
Like if Luka goes to dive for a loose ball, he's not gonna like cradle him like, wait, no, your hamstring. Whereas quite literally, go watch Speed do the jump backflip. Everybody's like catching him to break the fall. So Kieran, you hit the nail on the head with the.
I mean, I'm not trying to discredit what Ric Flair went out there and did, bro. He's a tough ass dude. I think you are tough, but it's a completely different thing. Whenever you can't go out there and perform to the best of your ability, there's no one there to save you. There's no one there to help you out. There's no parts of the routine that we could take out. Any of that. It's a real sport that we're out there competing in, and I think that's just how I feel about it too. And also, there is real consequences even further than that. Luka Doncic played hurt the entire finals run in 2024. And in that final series, there's pictures of him with a bag on his shoulder, on his ribs, on his knee, on his ankle, and he had to play through that. So I don't think this is a dude that's not going to try to go play through all of that. But he gets more slandered for his performance in that finals run when he did play hurt. So imagine him coming out right now and looking terrible, looking slow
on the Lakers.
On the Lakers when there's even more there are even more expectations on him. So that's to me, it's just it's crazy to hear from Ric Flair like this type of criticism. I could hear if Shady was just like, shit, I had a hamstring that was hurt, and I went out there and I played tackle football against real defenders trying to tackle me. I'm hearing that argument every single time, and I don't really have anything to say about it. Like you played a real competitive sport, you went out there and competed with a messed up hamstring, and you can
the
do
right
that.
to be like, Luka,
It's Ric Flair being like, when I was cutting that promo, my ankle was broken. Like, come on, dog. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
What super chats we got? Lakers game, by the way, it is tied up 92 to 92, 6:34 left in the game.
Lakers
LeBron
fighting.
James was fighting, but SGA is putting up a fight. SGA 28 points, Austin Reeves 25 points, LeBron James 22 and 11 with 6.5 left in the fourth quarter. DeAndre Ayton has been awful. He's been benched for Jackson Hayes. DeAndre Ayton hasn't played in the fourth quarter. Jackson Hayes has 16 and 4. He's actually playing at an incredibly high level. It's been a back and forth matchup. Lakers trying to keep from getting swept. While we have your attention, again, please hit the subscribe button if you've just tuned into this portion of the show. Subscribe button helps push us further into the algorithm, so we live off of the subscribe button. Hit the bell button to be notified anytime we drop a video, anytime we go live following that, just to make sure we can continue to create great content like this, assuming y'all think it's great. We are your online family. If it's your first time watching Speakeasy, it's absolutely love. We got the regulars in the chat. Those are the people that are here every Sunday to Thursday. Trey, let's get some super chats, G.
Listen, man, I am Cold Dog. Welcome back, bro. Said the fact y'all didn't mention Iverson as a small guard to take a team to the championship is crazy, and it's Philly on top of that. We said win.
Yeah, win
a championship,
no,
not just take a team to the championship. Win. Josh Dominus said belt don't fit bear. Did you ever play through hunger during a golf match?
Absolutely.
I don't believe you.
No, absolutely not. First ever.
You definitely hit snacks in your.
No. First ever golf tournament. It's real story. I went out there, bro. It was 98 degrees in Texas. All of my I know you were supposed to bring actual snacks and whatnot. So I was out there just getting the little water cups. I didn't have my water bottle with me or anything like that, bro. Got to the back nine. I've just been outside walking all day with a 35-pound bag on my back, and I'm a freshman in high school, bro. My mom's friend had to come over and give me some tangerines. I remember that. I remember my best friend. Shout out Miss Blanca. She saved my life that day. Needed that.
Tangerines. Bro. That's how you know you big, when you remember little shit like that about food.
Not mandarins, tangerines. I remember
tangerines. Tangerines are good. I like tangerines.
I needed that. Needed the electrolytes.
Dustin Russellberg is back in the super chat and said, hate the ring debate when comparing players. You have to look at individual achievements. Team comparisons, yes. Rings count, but not player to player. You have to look at the individual numbers and longevity and time with the team. It's Dewan, thank you for the reminder, said Melo's success gets him his flowers, but ball work, stats, leadership, all time is now Brunson. He's doing things New York ain't seen since the man who had my last name, but they're beating the Thunder, they're not beating the Thunder, hashtag back to back. I am Cold Dog, also dropped another super chat and said, yo, Kieran, needs to chill with that wrestling take. Dudes have died in that sport. R.I.P. Owen Hart.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying dudes haven't died in the sport, but it's sport. It's not an actual competition.
Crazy, bro.
Am I crazy? I'm not saying it doesn't take athleticism. I'm not saying it doesn't take physical ability, toughness, all of that. That's very true. You can't watch it and say that it doesn't take that. It takes a real athlete to go out there and do that.
Yeah.
But also, it's not a real competition, guys.
It is. It's just predetermined.
But that doesn't make it a competition, though,
yeah,
Trey.
if it's predetermined.
Trey, if it's predetermined, it's a scripted event.
Yeah.
That is in no way any different.
There are competitive elements outside of the ring.
That is in no way any different.
I'll concede that. That's as far as
I'll go.
It
is in no way any different than two stunt doubles fighting on a movie set. Is that a real competition? No, it's not. There's real physical consequences when you're stunt doubling. You're jumping off of buildings. You might be crashing into tables, doing all of this other stuff. It's stunt doubling, but in a competition type form. But it's acting at the end of the day. It's very, very physical acting.
All right. I won't belabor the point.
I'm a Kieran on that one. I know wrestling fans go crazy for that, but I'm a Kieran on that one.
And I think competitive in the same way that a job is competitive. you announce yourself even more as a character, and you get more opportunity because of that. So,
But everybody can't play football, and everybody can't play, and everybody
can't wrestle.
They
Sure,
can't
yeah,
wrestle.
okay. Everybody can't wrestle. Yeah.
Wrestling.
I agree.
Listen, K Crazy 215 said, "I'm so glad that I wasn't drafted by this guy. I don't know if he's a leader of men. How can Jacoby Brisket,
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That was a good one.
Bryce Young, Drake Mayo,
I saw Steak May the other day.
yeah,
That was a good one. Yeah, Steak
and
May's
Cake
good.
May. We had Cake May.
Cake
Somebody
May is
submitted
crazy.
Ham Darnold, Jamarcus Ruffles,
That's a good one. That's a good one. I've heard that
Quinn
one.
Skewers to lead me.
Quinn Skewers is yeah.
Those were all hitters.
That's funny.
Shout out to
That's a
K
good one.
Crazy. That's why you were in the draft, brother. Mosey the Wrestling Guy, 9891 said, if Team Carebear is going to take a big hit with losing 214, Mr. DFW, I don't mind being a replacement if you want, cutesy Carebear. Would you pick up Mosey the Wrestling God for...
Yeah.
Oh, so you like wrestling when it benefits your...
What's wrong with that?
Oh, okay.
I do not like wrestling. See, that's the problem.
No, it's cool. It's cool, man. Listen,
I say I like pancakes. Y'all are like, you don't like French toast. Like it's not
Who
it's
was
not
it
the truth.
that said they like this gold dust? Who was that?
Oh, no, that was Acho. Acho's
yeah,
favorite is
Acho said he
Goldust.
liked Goldust. His favorite wrestler was
Yeah.
Goldust, yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know who that. I'm like,
Yeah, you do.
jokes
Yeah, you
so
do.
far over my head. We didn't watch wrestling growing up.
Y'all just remember, Acho's favorite wrestler is Goldust.
Yeah, just remember that for those at home. Yeah, y'all, that's all you need to know. Dewan is back in the super chat. He said, "Let me settle it. The Harlem Globetrotters are part of competition or just good entertainment. WWE ain't competition."
Actually, I would say the Harlem Globetrotters is more competition than the
No,
bro.
that is a way worse product than the WWE, and I
I'm
will
not saying
not
that's
let
that's
you
not
sit
what I
up here
said.
and
Once
say
again,
that.
I said one thing and you took it as something else.
No, you
I just said it's more of a competition than the WWE is.
and it's not.
Some people on the Washington Generals is trying to go out there and get a bucket. And that's the problem.
That's crazy. Trav Too Real, listen, my guy been pulling from deep.
Come on now.
Said, I'm officially signing with 25 Sports.
Yo!
Ballpark Frank Bear, I tried to make the
Oh.
team better, but Shady told me I'm Luka on his team. Shout out to Shady.
Yes, you are.
That's a good pick,
Yes, you
Shady.
are, my
I ain't gonna
brother.
lie. That's a good pick. The Logic 804 said, what do y'all think about trading Embiid in the first round pick for Giannis? Would Giannis be a better fit?
They would never do that straight up.
Yeah, no. The
So
Bucks.
Embiid and the first round
because of
pick.
injuries.
But the Bucks also don't have
yeah.
a big leg to stand on because Giannis is tired of being in Milwaukee.
True.
He's ready
Yeah.
to get the.
Everybody says that though. It's been the last 3 years. We might trade Giannis. No, we're not going to trade Giannis yet. But we might trade Giannis, and we're not going to trade him yet.
That's
Oh,
true.
He can't come to the Warriors?
Send him to Dallas.
Dallas for
See,
what?
now we're
We
just
have
being
no draft
biased.
capital. We
We're
can't
not doing our
draft
job anymore. Last one I got is Rye Leak said Stone Cold legit broke his neck in a wrestling match. I said that. In a wrestling match on pay-per-view. It's predetermined, but the stunts are legit. They still have big egos in wrestling. It's very much competitive. And then Dustin Russellberg just sent another $20 super chat and said, nah, Acho loves the $1 Million Man.
That's funny.
Are these
That's a good one.
wrestlers?
No. Trey's favorite is Hornswoggle. They the same height. Anyway, we appreciate
Rey
you
Mysterio.
guys.
What a
Hey,
show.
Ray
Thank
was
you.
my dog.
Nah, Sting,
Ray
I knew
Mysterio?
You knew Sting?
I knew Sting. I knew
Sting
the
with that-
Jamaican one with the
Kofi Kingston?
Nah, he didn't have the shirt. Bone Crusher. Is that his name? Dreads.
Bone Crusher
Who the
was a
hell is
rapper.
Bone Crusher?
Nah, Kofi Kingston is the
Nah.
Jamaican, the fake Jamaican.
Mark
one.
Black
Andrews.
dude.
Oh, you talking about oh yeah, him.
Swole dude. He didn't
Jamaican.
have the shirt, just had the leotard short joints. Maybe he wasn't Jamaican.
I don't know. There's an African dude though. That's like the champion now apparently.
Who you talking about? You ain't talking about Booker T.
Booker T?
Booker T. Yeah.
Booker T.
Booker T is a...
Five time.
Yeah, come on, yeah, Booker
I know
T.
about some wrestling, bro. Y'all act like I'm not a fan. Like I followed it when I was a kid. But nah, shout out Rey Mysterio. Yeah, no, it was a good time. Look, we
Shout out to
appreciate
King
you guys
Buck, man.
watching. Go ahead and hit that like button and hit the
it.
subscribe button before you get up out of here. After you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button to be notified when we go live next, which will be tomorrow afternoon, actually night if you're on the East Coast. 11:15 p.m. Eastern,
Facts.
10:15 p.m. Central, and
Check.
8:15 p.m. Pacific
MVP.
time here in the Speakeasy. We do not respect Mountain Time, just like
No,
we
we
don't
don't. No,
respect
we don't.
wrestling as a real competition.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been
Speak for
Kieran Nicky
yourself.
Simple. It's been LaShawn Shady McCoy. It's been Emmanuel Acho.
Yo.
It's been wrestling fan social Trey. And everyone in the back, make some
take it.
noise in the back.
Shout out to the gang in the
Back ain't
back.
getting no love. Make some noise in the back one more time for them.
Shout out to the
I
gang
was
in the
expecting
back.
at least one super chat giving them a shout out, but maybe
Yeah.
next time. We'll see you guys next time. Right back in the
Mañana.
Speakeasy.
Peace.
Hasta mañana.